Hi, atop the World Center of Racing, where we've held so many great events in NR Night in America, but there was one car left that has never been ran on the stock car side until tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NR Night in America. Welcome to the Legacy Xfinity Series stock car as they get ready to rip top, bottom, middle, 3 wide. Heck, we may even see 4 wide at some point during tonight's event. Let's talk about it. This isn't the Xfinity Series stock car that you know today. Or is it? We'll get into that in just a moment. But this is also not the Nationwide Series stock car that you know with the bunny ear spoiler. These cars range from 2014 to 2016. And you can tell because of that rear end spoiler. Now, technically, it is the same chassis, but the body is different. Ford, Toyota, and Chevrolet have all had different noses and different components that are not alike from what was in 2010 and 2011 to what is now in the 2020s. Let's talk about it. Notice how there's a Camry rolling around the track. That's David Joyner. Notice how there's the old Mustang nose. That's Frank DeAngelis. And Sandra McKinney, another one to Ford with a couple Chevrolets sprinkled on in. This shows a different look. And at one point, iRacing decided to make this a legacy version to introduce a new Xfinity Series stock car. They did, and, well, everyone left this one in the dust. So we're going to pull out the time capsule. We're going to go back in time and let this car have its ride. So what's the real difference on the iRacing side between the legacy Xfinity car and the Xfinity car today? Well, one, not a lot of paint schemes. A lot of drivers had to go out there and make their own quickly. We announced on the last stream that we would be doing this, but it really wasn't announced outside of the live stream late at night. Another thing to go ahead and add into is the fact that this is the old damage model. They do not have the new damage model, and a lot of drivers aren't very pleased about that. Should be interesting to see how the race goes down with it being the old damage model. I think a lot of drivers that have raced in NR Night in times past before that huge refresh happened know how to approach this race, clearly with it being 60 laps bump day, as you can see currently on your screen. But it's going to be tough for some of these new drivers that have only raced in the new damage model era. So keep an eye on that. I think David Joyner, Frank DeAngelis, Dale Greenwood, Doug Newbigging, Matthew Brower, Daniel Mosteller, they're going to rise to the occasion, while other drivers may not do so at all. Let's continue to go ahead and dial it in. Talk about the old car. Bump Day, 2K iRating. 2K iRating has become the social norm on the super speedways due to incidents that's happened for drivers under that 2K iRating limit. Some may be saying, hasn't that been the thing forever? Technically, but we stopped around last fall to increase the demand, so Bump Day had a huge purpose. Well, we had a system overload for every single super speedway race, and right now the 2K iRating is only in effect at super speedways like this one. Continue to go ahead and work around the horn. Let's talk about stuff that's coming up. Watkins Glen is after this. Originally it was going to be Charlotte, but after testing there last night, a lot of drivers said, no bueno. It is not going to be a great product. We think Watkins Glen will show up, show out, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So we knew Daytona was going to be great. That's what we have as race number 1. Watkins Glen race number 2, but you might be saying, only 2 races? Why is that? Well, one, it's a Sunday night. We know a lot of you will have to get up tomorrow morning for college, school, work. And we know we're going to be back Tuesday night, where we are still expecting to try the rain idea out. So this is how the rain idea is looking. There is a somewhat glitch on iRacing where you can take the stock cars, the NASCAR stock cars that you see week in and week out, and put them on a road course with light rain. We believe it'll still be in effect Tuesday, so we plan on debuting it Tuesday on this YouTube channel. I'll keep you updated through the Discord, YouTube community page if anything changes on that. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. 40 drivers will take the green flag. I don't think I've introduced myself this stream. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. It's showtime as we get ready to go green with less than 30 seconds remaining. Who's in? Who's out? Let's talk about it. Will Shack out across the start-finish line. I don't think he's going to be able to make it in. Now he does. Goes 39. Carson Freeman, 40th. Matt Mingo, 41st, he's out. Freddie Bassanez is out. Mitchell Armstrong also out. He should complete his first lap this time by. As Mitchell Armstrong will work towards the start-finish line there in his Chevrolet Camaro. He is tracking 49. He could bump into the top 40. News, he didn't. He goes 41st. Mitchell Armstrong will not take the green flag. David Joyner out. He will not take the green flag as well. Chad Hornish will shack the last ones in. Carson Freeman out. Xander McKinney in. And your field of 40 has been set. Here's some news also I would like to point out. If you saw last night, if you had the notifications on, there's a good chance you had a notification of me live streaming. Well, I said it a couple streams ago that I was looking at broadcasting what races I call in person at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway through the power of YouTube on YouTube Shorts, and it would be facing me. The actual phone would just be facing me and be in selfie cam version, almost like an old YouTube short where some newscasters, they set their phone off to the side and they just broadcast the news, and in between certain segments they go check the chat. I got approval to do that. And last night, I got the microphone, did a couple tests. I accidentally made one of the streams public, and I saw 100 of you tuned in within a matter of moments. So it got me excited because I know, hey, come April, it's going to be an absolute blast. But guess what? I accidentally went live last night. Good news, the microphone works. We spent about 3 or 4 hours testing it. I say we because I had drivers go on the track on iRacing at the National Fairgrounds Speedway with Fairgrounds Speedway drivers to kind of just figure out if I can simulate to the best of my ability how the microphone will sound. It sounds great. We have approval. Expect, I believe it is April 7th at 8 Eastern. I wouldn't say 8 Eastern actually, because that's going to be a Sunday. We don't know exactly when it will all go live, but you'll get the notification. And my first ever broadcast on YouTube will happen through the power of the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway and a lot of new attachments that we've got. It'll also be live on RacingAmerica.tv and Track TV as per usual. As you guys know, I did call a plethora of races last year, but this year we got the green light to go ahead and do it all. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get green, I didn't forget Sputtermouth dropping down the 5 gifted memberships, and Thomas Grant dropping down 4 $1 super chats. How about that? Love it. Thank you so much to this great community, always supporting. Once again, that's why I was able to take the advantage and buy the new equipment. Get ready to stream the pro late model side of racing the National Fairgrounds Speedway. The power of YouTube coming the first week of April, the first Sunday of April, I believe it will be. Let's get ready to go green. Next time by, we see the one to go grid at the bottom of your screen. And we get ready to ride. Yes, it'll be the first Sunday in April. It'll be April 7th. We'll be live through YouTube. No exact time just yet on when the race will be. For the pro late models, obviously it could change due to scheduling and how quickly the prelim races take. Ladies and gentlemen, let's ride. Alex Anderson's back, Aiden McConaughey, Max Swearigan, Eladam Contreras, Josh Kenyon, William Schmidt. So many great drivers lined up, ready to give you the best. I'm excited, but I think once again, as what we've seen, at least recently, the veterans will rise to the occasion. We have not seen an underdog winner in so long, and when Probby Richard came oh so close to winning just in the last stream at Bristol, that almost went caution-free, we thought, man, is the veterans just that much better? Are they that much ahead of the competition? I believe so. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and say those magical words. God speed, drivers. You are go for throttle up. Chad Hornish, Will Shack, and so many others have lined up, and we get ready to go green flag racing. As the lights will come on this time by, once again, something to remember, old damaged model, old stock car. And once we take the green flag in this race, that means Enter Night in America would officially take the green flag with every NASCAR stock car available on iRacing. From the car tomorrow to the 87s, from the next gens to the Gen 4, From the ARCA Gen 4 to the nationwide stock car of 2011, from the Xfinity Series to the trucks and even the legacy trucks alike. This is where it all comes full circle. We asked you all, what would you like to see at the beginning of the year? And so many said, just try everything new, no matter what goes down. The last couple of weeks, it's been nothing but new. And in the last stream, we had 15,000 of you all tune in. Very grateful for that. If this is your first time watching, feel free to subscribe, notifications on, because you're not going to want to miss any of the hard racing action. Ladies and gentlemen, they're down the back stretch for the final time before taking the green flag. Let's ride from the World Center of Racing. River Page, Daniel Mosteller, Aiden Walker, James Thurston, Mike Mitchum, Jacob Wilkerson, Frank DeAngelis. He's been winless. Some are saying he's on track to go winless through 2024. Last time that was talked about for a driver, Chad Thornquist, he didn't get his first win of 2023 until the last stream. Can Frank dial up a win? Only time will tell. Now the good news is, even though we do have 2 races tonight, if we still at 300 likes, we will get a race 3, so that's all up to you, the viewers. And oh, by the way, you get to vote on where we go. And our night in America, where old and new clash alike. From what was to what is, and soon to what will be. Chevy, Ford, Toyota lined up 2 by 2 to light the fuse for the World Center of Racing. Mosteller, top side of River Page. They're 2 by 2 in formation. Pace car style. No one has jumped out of line, but the top 16, 17 machines have been able to pull away from already the back half of the field. A lot of consistency and patience out of drivers early on due to this old damage model, but it hasn't stopped Ford from taking the lead. Full saw for the first time, sees River Page climbing the banking of turns 3 and 4. Mosteller's got help on that outside lane, but he's going to need a whole lot more if he wants to go ahead and lead the charge. River Page has made a stand. A Power 5 driver leads lap number 1 on this Sunday night edition of NASCAR Night in America. Alex Anderson to P3. We haven't seen him win since 2021. We talked about the veterans of NASCAR Night in America winning more recently. Technically, Alex Anderson has been here for a while, but I would still now consider him an underdog. He's missed a lot of eras of this community. Right now, he's up front on the outside lane. He knows he has a buddy in hand, Mosteller. He has Jacob Wilkerson in line. The only thing that Toyota wants to do is lead, be there when it matters the most. One moving top side, River Page slots in line and gives the inside lane advantage to Michael Mitchum. Ford on the outside, bow tie on the bottom. 3 wide, right through the middle of the field. Ethan Vietbu looking for a squeeze. River Page leads another. And now it's a 60-lap race. There's no duels. You have time to calm down, strategize, back up. You know what's at stake. You know what's at play. Why put yourself in a tough situation? Most drivers always say, hey, I either want to be up inside the top 4 or I want to be riding all the way in the back. The red zone, 10th through 20th, that's when there is a wreck. Usually most drivers aren't involved. With this being an old Xfinity Series stock car, for most of the drivers, this is their first time ever racing this machine. You know what that means? So I've said this the last couple of streams. New mistakes, new problems, and new issues may arise during this event. Well, it still hasn't stopped River Page, Michael Mitchum, Alex Anderson, and James Thurston from logging laps up front. But for drivers like Sean Pena, Matthew Brower, David Joyner, Daniel Murphy, and others, well, it may be a tough pill to swallow. They are stuck right in the middle of this brigade. Page downstairs, he's gone top, bottom, he has found home down on that inside lane, but it's still 2 by 2 in pacing formation, well, at over 180 miles per hour. Relapse that, 195 in these machines. I'm not surprised about the 190, the 195 is a little bit surprising. Will they be able to break that 200-mile-per-hour threshold? We look on with Aladon Contreras. He's on the inside lane, 4th car in line. 191, 192. Also the Joel River Page off the nose there of Michael Mitchum. He wanted to get in line, and he almost costed Mitchum a shot at winning the race, because if the 9 didn't roll out of the gas, it would have racked these drivers up. That's what you got to worry about. There's nothing worse than having a wreck when the leaders cause it, you know, and you're back there 2 rows, 3 rows deep thinking, are you kidding me? Well, luckily, a crisis was averted. They're still cracking around 195. They're really separating out. Handling may become a problem. Now, you might be saying, why are we doing Charlotte? Why are we doing Watkins Glen as race number 2? Drivers have been saying it drives like a boat. That has been the common phrase throughout the majority of the testing. One around to the inside wall, Daniel Murphy. Goes for a slide in the UPS freight machine. He glocks it up, but keeps it mostly off the inside retaining wall. We stay green. Cautions like that will not raise concern for the admins. The single car spin, if it's off the racing surface, we're going to keep it green. Why? Long green flag runs. Now, no one's talked about pit road and when they will come in. If so, they will make their way in. One spinning outside wall, and it's going to collect maybe 3 or 4 machines. The caution will wave, working lap 6. Ethan Wickenhauser. William Schmidt. Bobby Richard may have gotten tagged in it. No, he did not. Hayden McConaughey. Before we can get to the double-digit mark, the caution waves. You know it's a new car, but it looks like just a consistent, same old Daytona wreck. This is from that second group. They're running all the way towards the back half of the field. Look like just a bad push. Watch it again. 33, Landon Gentry. These cars tail a lot more down off exit than the modern day Xfinity car. Remember, this is a different aero package. They have that spoiler that doesn't cross all the way through. That was a checkup. David Joyner in the middle on the 5. I believe that's a Perchatsky, just could not lay on the gas, or should we say lay on the brakes, to avoid running in the back end there. Landon Gentry, and goes right around. So Jeff Perchatsky will bring out the yellow. He's already on pit road, so really no need for us to have any type of penalty, because he's going to already go multiple laps down. But as that's being talked about, pit road is open. Now we're doing a quick reset of the overlays. We did see that maybe there was a couple frame drops because of it, so do keep that in mind. Alex Anderson on pit road. He is showing he's got something that he'd like to go ahead and prove, and that's, hey, I can get to victory lane. Don't worry about anything else. Will he be one of the first drivers to work his way off pit road? And they are heading now down towards turns 1 and 2. Once again, caution waving for the first time here at the Daytona International Speedway. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR, and you're watching NR Night in America. Live from our studios up in Nashville, Tennessee. Sunday night edition. We know we've been doing a lot of the 3-a-week streams recently. I think it's mainly due to just the absolute demand for more racing out of this community. Now, it's still not going to be a consistent thing, I believe. We might be going back to the 2 weeks just because I'll be also broadcasting in person, but we'll also have the in-person broadcast to make up for the iRacing misses. So do keep that in mind. I'm loving the way this channel is heading in the future that it has. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how it all lines out. So there's David Joyner. He did not pit. He was part of that checkup. He is lined up there in the GameStop Call of Duty machine. Maybe we can go dial up David Joyner before we see the restart. But yes, we are still looking going back to just Tuesday, Friday, but at the same time, we're also looking at maybe making Monday a consistent day of streaming. Maybe Wednesday, we know a lot of viewers and drivers talked about that seems to be the best slot for them. A lot of unknowns. We're not exactly sure what will come up of the future, but at the end of the day, we're excited to be where we are currently right now. So we're gonna get ready to try it again. Lights will come off this time by. I'm trying to see if we can get a hold of your race leader. That is the David Joyner 85. Joyner has not won in a while. Well, let's go ahead and dial him up to see what he's got to say. Lights off on the top of the pace car. Joyner, it's the John. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
I know I scared you. Did I scare you there?
No, you didn't.
Oh, usually I get... Oh. But I believe we may have lost... Okay, we just lost everything. Interesting. Interesting indeed. We're back. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But a quick mishap there on the Discord side. Discord crash, which crashed you. We're back. Don't worry. We're still here. Oh, you're here too. Wow.
Yeah, I'm here.
Man,
Yeah.
I had a big scare, David. Well, listen, we're getting ready to go back green. You excited for this race? Old car. Did you ever race this car in its prime?
Like twice. That's about it.
Well, hey, listen, you're up front. You got a couple of drivers that have never raced this version before. Veterans. That's been all about the veterans recently in 2024. How many wins do you have in NR Night in America?
None so far.
So you know what that means? You can break that threshold by getting it done this time by. How about it?
Let's do it.
David Joyner, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to roll off. He's down on the inside lane. It'll be Addison on the outside. We will be ready to rock and roll just one more time. Crowd on its feet. Gavin Addison, David Joyner, Alex Anderson, Mike Mitchum. Lined up 2x2 as we're back underway from Daytona. 51 laps to go, and it seems like everybody wants that inside lane. Alex Anderson up and into the air for the high banks of 1 and 2, and they start scattering like crazy. The caution will wave right away, and for Alex Anderson, his race has just gone up in smoke. More drivers alike involved. We believe Justin Connor got a huge tag in it. Yes, he did. He's on the inside lane. Max Steinmeier may have gotten a piece of it. And it was the, let's rephrase that. It was the great migration to the inside lane that just sparked a massive incident. Man, what a flip. Chad Hornish, from what it looks like, gets through unscathed. Ethan Wickenhauser. With a lot of damage on the nose. That was absolutely brutal. Just saw a lot of guys trying to get to that bottom. This is the restart of the race. Watch Anderson on the inside lane. That's the 67. He's in line here with Mike Mitchum. This may just be on the driver, the 9. Anderson goes up the track. Mitchum, yeah, just got right in the back end. And because of that, Michael Mitchum will be awarded an L4 penalty on the next restart. Wow. And you got to be smart. That's just what it comes down to. Anderson was already back on that inside lane. Michael Mitchum, one of the drivers also that have never raced this stock car before. It's a little more twitchy than a Cars of Light, but for Addison, there was just nowhere to go, and they just started piling on in. Look at Doug Newbigin get through it. Frank DeAngelis, he read it like a book. He knew exactly what was about to happen. There's Doug there in that 29. Let's go right on board with him. Let's actually round the nose with Doug Newbigin. First thing he's going to see is smoke. The first reaction as a driver when you see smoke at Daytona is go up, down, or for some just slam on the brakes. Him and Mosteller went right in the grass, and they were able to go ahead and avoid it all. So David Joyner will hold on to the race lead. The caution is out for the second time tonight. Wilkerson, Mosteller, Colbrith, Sean Pena, Chad Hornish. Love to see that Hornish name in victory lane at some point. There's Mike Mitchum, who already will get a tail end of the longest line penalty and an L4. Mosteller goes third, Wilkerson goes second. Well, things have already come apart at Daytona. 2 cautions in the books, and with it being the older damage model, you hit something, you very much may be out. So strategy, consistency plays a big role. Ladies and gentlemen, next time by, we'll see the one to go. Jordan Herring, Matthew Brower, Aidan McConaughey, Nathan McLaughlin, Alexander Balderas. Things have already been exciting tonight. The one to go. Joyner, Wilkerson, Mosteller, and Colbrith. Your fast 4 as we get ready to go back green. That's 2 big ones right there. That's a big wake-up call to the rest of this field. An L4 penalty for the ones that are new. It's a drive-through penalty. You got to hold it in the pits for 1 lap. On top of that, you also get an L1 penalty with it, which is usually a tail end of the longest line. Mike Mitchum going to have to go ahead and join with that as well. So Mosteller is lined up 2 by 2. So is David Joyner. I'm wondering who's out of the race. Justin Connor, Landon Gentry, Gavin Addison, William Schmidt, Jeff Berchansky, and Daniel Murphy. Which leaves us, oh, let's rephrase that. William Schmidt is back. And Schmidt is his nickname. That was not a mispronunciation. Schmidt is ready to get at it. Leaves us with, we believe, 34 drivers left racing. Out of the 40 that took the green flag, and the 50 that elected to go green. This is the moment you waited for, the one to go. Well, you gotta show what you've got, and David Joyner's doing just that. Never won a race in NR Night in America, but is also a household name. Owns an esports team from Call of Duty named Quantum Threat. They just had a big rebrand. Signed up on the inside of that Toyota, Jacob Wilkerson, PBR's finest super speedway driver. You always expect him up front in his iconic petty blue. Let's go green. Pace car, the hard left, let's rephrase that. Pace car, hard left on pit road, 47 to go. Hornish sliding to the inside, tiptoeing. He feels comfortable on that inside lane. For Jacob Wilkerson, he's going to lose all the allies he wanted. He now slots downstairs as Joyner leads the entire pack down off turn 2. This time we stay green off exit. Penny at a third. He's never won a race. Joyner the leader. Once again, he's never won a race. Who's in the mix of that? Daniel Mosteller. Oh, he's got a lot under his belt. He's inside, lined up, nose to tail. 3 wide looking, but mostly single file the insiders. Mike Mitchum. He's going to come in and he's going to go and serve that penalty. So he has to hold it in pits for 1 lap. McLaughlin 8th, Alexander Balderas the 10th. How about Hunter East? If he gets in the top 10, it'll be the first time he's ever done that in NR night. Lined up 2x2, maybe thinking 3 wide on the outside of that 6. Balderas struggling to keep that car in line. He's letting them know, hey, get in line right now. We do not need to go 3 wide after 2 big wrecks this early in the race. We got 46 laps to go. You want to go 3 wide on me? Do it maybe with 10 to go, and I will still debate that that's too early. Whoa, 1 top side, and finds a way back nose to tail. That is still Joshua Fireball Colbreth. Yes, that is his actual name. On the outside, lined up with Jordan Herring. And remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about drivers see certain guys up front that they consider reckless, hostile, maybe not the cleanest drivers or the most trustworthy machines up front. They jump in the back and just look at the separation from Doug Newbigging and everyone else watching the 3 wide up front. I can start circling names right now that drivers like Newbigging, Page, Thurston are worried about. Let's start with Sean Pena. Hasn't won, doesn't have that resume of being consistent up front. Colbreth, same deal. Herring, same deal. Hunter East, not enough information on him. Do you want to take a risk with 45 laps to go? David Joyner has never won a race. He's been here a while and doesn't really cause any problems, but that's another one where you say, this is a brand new car. How consistent are they? What about Nathan McLaughlin? He's up in 11. You look at this top 12, top 14, a lot of inexperienced drivers that have not found victory lane. There's a reason why most of the Power 5 has Boot Scoot and Sia. For now, there's about 3, I want to say, groups of machines rolling around the Daytona International Speedway. But it's all David Joyner up front leading. He's got 9 to 17. I guarantee you someone came over that speaker and said, why are we going 3 wide? Because they're now back 2x2. Look who's on the move. It's Jumpman. And that's going to be, man, we all know the number 23, Max Steinmeier, up to that 7th position. I love his golfing videos that he posts there on TikTok. He's really cool with everything on the golfing side. It's kind of gotten me into golf a little bit. His form is great, including when he tries to strike in a birdie on a par 3. Well, he's looking for a hole-in-one tonight. He hasn't found victory lane in quite some time in NR Night in America. Max Steinmeier sits in that 7th position. Hunter East, Matthew Brower, 8th and 9th. We all know Matthew Brower in that last stream was L5 from the night by still being on the outside lane park on the last lap. Told Brower, hey, you can't do that. He said, that's my bad. You know that I'm not like that. I said, I know, you're just wrong that one time. Well, guess where he is right now? Up inside the top 10, top 15. Rolling the dice. He says, victory will soon be in the eyes of defeat for some, not for me. We're going all the way through. Culver stuck 3 wide. That's Herring up on the outside lane, lined up with the number 62. Let's check that. That'll be the 64 on that outside lane. And there's still a lot of shuffling for spots. Hunter East swiping in the middle. Forces Balderas 3 wide on that outside lane. Lined up with Contreras. Haladon's another one that hasn't been in victory lane in a while. They call him the Michigan Merchant. Why? Because most of his wins have come from the Irish Hills. But it's all Toyota and David Joyner leading back to 1 and 2. This is your first time watching NR Night in America. We say hello, we say welcome. You're watching a stream that's really tailored towards the hardcore, loyal viewer. Because once again, the topic of the year was try new things. And well, you can't get any new to a car that we've never used before. And on a Sunday night, this is a big thank you for the great viewership we've had over the last 2 streams. We hope you all continue to enjoy the great race in action. Herring on the outside pulls Toyota across 2x2. Herring leads across the line with 41 laps to go. Check that, 40 to go at the line. And look who's in the ballpark. Look who's in the question of winning. Mosteller, Matt Swears, and Aiden Walker have now arrived on the scene. Baldero, trouble. There it goes East. Up and into the outside wall. Struck the side of Mosteller and takes maybe 3 or 4 machines along with them as the caution will wave for the 3rd time. Jacob Wilkerson in the penny blue. on the nose. This is a worry out of drivers like Doug Newbigging. What are some of these inexperienced drivers going to do with a car they have never driven? Let's go ahead and watch back. Nice. Unbelievable. Is that Netcode or is that Cobra? And we'll be ready to watch again, this time from the top end. You see these drivers are struggling with handling. You see Walker going back and forth. It's like he's ice skating there on the chute, getting ready to climb the banking of 1 and 2. You see Cobra's in the same position. These cars tail a lot more than the NASCAR Xfinity Series stock car. So East runs in the back end there. Jordan Herring. Oh, man, that was netcode to the worst. I mean, you can't get any worse than that. Usually we say with netcode problems, we're like, yeah, but you're going to make contact anyways. It just happened to fire a lot earlier than you expected. Here, well, you'll see it again. There's no one in the back end. He clipped through the Jordan Herring machine, and Hunter East goes right around. Great save by the 87 of Daniel Mosteller. But for others, another wreck that they believe could have been avoided. Pit road, it's wide open. You know, we haven't done a poll here tonight, so let's go ahead and ask you, what type of driver will win tonight? Will it be a veteran or a rookie? That's a great question. Let's actually add on to that. Veteran, rookie, or underdog? Because we got a couple underdogs in there as well. Well, the all-green machines are still out front. That's Frank DeAngelis leading that charge. Let's go ahead and dial him up and see what he's got to say. Sputtermouth gifting 5 memberships. So thankful for that indeed. And I love the fact that we have all these great viewers hanging out with us tonight. You guys are what makes Center of Night in America exciting, special, and gets everyone rolling once we hit that big red button to start the live stream. But hey, I'll tell you this right now, there's just still something about trying new things. Speaking of new, how about someone that's trying a little bit of old? Frank DeAngelis, this is John, you got a copy?
Yep.
Same strategy, old car, a lot of drivers haven't driven this. You have. Why is your entire allied force running all green schemes?
Where do I even begin? I don't know if you're in the Discord or you know him, but one of my best friends since pre-K, his name is Michael. He's become somewhat of a joke, not like we're not laughing at him, but just like we're like, haha, Michael, it's always Michael. So we were talking a couple days ago, and he's like, yeah, I have spring break next week. The only way I don't pull up to New Jersey to hang out with you is if something bad happens. So me and my good friend Doug, we decided to express ourselves artistically with ways in scenarios where Michael Ford cannot pull up to New Jersey in some mysterious way.
And that is, we're trying to read the car.
So on
or the cars, because there's more than one. Why does Michael have a beard on Josh Kenyon's machine?
I know one of the rules for NR paint schemes is that if you're going to run the same paint scheme, it's going to have to get spiced up a little bit, so it's not bland like some other teams.
Yeah, that's smart.
So each different scheme is a different picture of Michael that I photoshopped and a different reason. Some of them are inside jokes that some of the viewers might even get, and then some of them are just random.
No, hey, that is interesting indeed. I want to say thank you to all the people that are gifting memberships tonight, Frank.
Oh yeah, shout out bros.
Hey, Eric W. Sputtermouth, this is a reason why I think we're going to be able to actually fund the Alabama 500. I don't think we're going to be having a sponsor on board. Unless someone wants to sponsor, my email is down in the description below. We'll go slap your logo on the tower. But hey, we got an e-ticket coming up. You excited for it? It's going to be we think it's going to be Gen 6 Talladega. What do you want, Gen 6 Talladega? I think that's what most people like to see since we just did Next-Gen Daytona. But it would be April 19th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Are you excited for it?
It's hard not to be excited about an e-ticket in this day of age.
Well, what's another reason for you running in the back? This is a bad question because I already know the answer to it.
This car has not been touched. This car has not been touched by the iRacing employees since. So NR was founded in what, 2021? Like the iRacing side. This car hasn't been touched since the release of NASCAR Heat 2. So there is no new damage model. And this car is imagine a race car and the body is tinfoil. So that's why you're going to see probably in the next 10 laps or so when people start keep wrecking, there's going to be like maybe 10 cars without damage or so.
Well, we're getting ready to go back green. We're ready to go, and you got to go ahead and race. Well, we'll see how it goes. So we kind of got the idea of it, but you got 37 laps to go. Frank DeAngelis, he is running towards the back half of this field off strategy. Back underway at Daytona. You can hear him in the microphone. He realized he had to hurry it up because they were grabbing a gear. Oh, spinning again. Max Steinmeier up and into the outside wall. Caution will wave. And that will take out the majority of this field. Eladom Contreras, Pravi Richard. The root cause of that one soon to be discovered. Oh, that was all David Joyner. What was he doing? Oh. Well, let's watch back. He's got right in the back end of him. It's one of the worries with this car. That's why some guys are trying to be smart, but that's all on him. And they are announcing L5, David Joyner, wrecking the field. Obviously, it was not on purpose, but it's enough to absolutely just tear this race up. There's so many good cars. David Joyner will not see the green flag for the rest of this race. He was pushing, but the second you swipe to the bottom like that as a driver, quick on a restart, you can lay off. He has all this room behind him. Most guys are trying to get to the bottom. You see Max Steinmeier, there's just nowhere to go. Talk about Joyner, he's technically a veteran, but he's never won a race in NR9 in America. I don't think the win will be coming tonight. Watch once more. Contreras just flew high. It's a tough break for Max Steinmeier on the inside. He was the one that thought he was going to be in a good position. After this, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Watkins, Glen, and once again, it is confirmed Joyner will not be retaking the green flag in this race. For the ones that wonder why we have the penalty system, it is to hopefully deter future incidents. We just had Mike Mitchum with the L4, David Joyner now with the L5, and Average Racing Junkie dropping the $2 super chat. Very thankful for that indeed. Well, let's get ready for the restart. Herring, Wilkerson, Josh Kenyon, Gavin Austin, Will Shack, Frank DeAngelis, Xander McKinney. That wreck is a lot worse than the one with Michael Mitchum. And Mitchum took out a good portion of drivers, but he didn't take out that many. Hunsicker, Charles Camus, Connor Upsell. Here's William Schmidt still just trying to get back to pit road. So that will leave Jordan Herring, Jacob Wilkerson, Josh Kenyon, Gavin Austin, Will Shack, Douglas Newbigging, so many others with an opportunity, but this time it will be around that 30-something to go mark when we get factory fired. We believe it's going to be 32 laps to go, so we'll get the lights off on the top of the pace car this time by. Toyota, Chevy, Chevy, Chevy. And that penalty will send ripples through this field saying, hey, if you're not going to clean it up, we will be asking to park you. And we know some try to go ahead and make the comparison to NASCAR. Oh, but in NASCAR, would they do that same? Well, at the same time, this is sim racing. That is in-person stock car racing. They do mirror in certain areas, but when having to control a race and keeping the quality a certain standpoint, when some guys make one mistake, there's a good chance they're going to make the mistake again. And if you hit them with one penalty, and then you have to hit him with another penalty, usually it keeps them from stopping that. Well, David Joyner has been here for a while. He knows not to do that for a restart, even though it is a new car. 305 does set the standard, but still a lot of guys back on pit road. There's Frank DeAngelis, Robbie Richards, Xander McKinney, Braden Hunsaker back in 21st, William Schmidt, Xander McKinney, River Page, Connor Osbell. Remember, we started with 40 drivers on the track. There's Max Swearengin 5 laps down. There's Alex Anderson 4 laps down. Max Steinmeier now 3 laps down. It's going to be tough to see if he can get back on the racetrack. And with it being the older damage model, it's completely different than what you have in the modern Xfinity car compared to it being more like a paper mache versus just an absolute tank. Less cars hopefully means longer green flag runs. You want to race 3 tonight, ladies and gentlemen? 300 likes will take you there. We want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in so far tonight as we get ready to ride off just once more. Toyota on the bottom, Chevrolet on the outside lane. Michael Mitchum, Josh Pena, McLaughlin, Carpenter, McConaughey. Let's get ready to go back green. Jordan Herring has crossed the line first and won in our Night in America race, but it was taken away because he cut down into the grass. Can he finally find his first win? Let's find out. McLaughlin, Carpenter, Hornish, Hunter East. They've already split up into 2 groups. Doug Newbigging on that inside lane won the hearts of so many viewers just a couple weeks ago when he had an interview saying so many drivers complain about how the car is driving. I think this is fine. They just need to figure out how to race. You know, so we look at the live chat and, well, they were up in arms. He runs inside lane 2x2. Blinking out of the 14, that's Kendall Carpenter. He's got to figure it out quickly before that's an 0-1. 32 to go. Wilkerson top side with Mitchum. Sean Pena. In tow as well, he's in 6. Hornish in 11th, and the second group has now caught the main pack. I like that Doug is now broken away from his team, right? And his team was thinking, let's ride around, wait to the end. But he's looking at this saying, there's not a lot of cars left. We've already lost half this field in half the race. Might as well go up there, get the track position, and figure out how this car races up front so I can be there at the end. And the rest of his guys that want to be there way, way late, Frank DeAngelis and others, look at that, in line, no damage. This is for 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. 27. There's still about 27 drivers out here that have a realistic shot at winning. And I want to say out of the 27, there's about 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe with damage that it's going to be a little bit harder with. But I'm looking at Alexander Valderas right now. He's on the inside lane. He's got damage and he's up at 9. He could win. It's just going to be a lot harder. Hunter East on the outside lane. Jordan Herring leads the pack down off turn 4, and he'll bring Toyota another lap Glen at the World Center of Racing. Jacob Wilkerson, well, he got a piece of that last wreck, but he's not in an area where he's in the doom and gloom, worry some mode. Mike Mitchum's right with them. He's already caused one caution tonight. He now runs that outside lane with that 43 in tow. These cars, they run a lot different now compared to the Xfinity car today, and as Frank DeAngelis mentioned on this broadcast, NO Night in America started in 2021. They haven't touched this car since maybe 2018. It's a lot twitchier, the center of the corner. Groups all filed in 2 by 2. Now we're still in an area where we could see a possible fuel lottery, depending on when these guys last pitted. Now we saw 34 laps ago, 33 to go. They have the restart. They're in a bubble, maybe a yellow concern, but I wouldn't say it's a crazy concern unless we get an overtime finish where then they're going to be checking their monitor saying, uh-oh, may have a problem. Well, 28 laps to go. If it goes green, they should be okay. Chad Hornish, Balderas back in that 11th position. He's been all over the place. Lowest is 30th, currently 11th, but he's racked top of the board at least once in the City Financial Ford Mustang. A lot of pushing, a lot of swing. Still through the middle of this pack. Mosteller on the bottom. Bobby Richard. Lined up with him. Hunsaker, William Schmidt. Jacob Wilkerson, new race leader. Got Jordan Herring right on that rear. Single file consistently on these restarts. We see the drivers jump to the bottom. For whatever reason, they just seem a lot happier on the inside lane. They feel more comfortable with less cars left racing. Now the worrisome of, oh, will I be in the next wreck? Starts flooding the mind of all these drivers. That's why you're starting to see that bullet train formation on the inside lane. Let's go back to Team Green working their way off to exit the Michael Ford machines. They're off the pace big time, but I would even start saying, there's single file up there? Well, when we have big wrecks early in races in NO Night in America, you're not guaranteed an overtime finish. And for Josh Kenny in that sitting in that 19th spot, he's starting to think, man, maybe I should have gone rogue like my teammate Douglas Newbigging, who's sitting in that 3rd position. Will the strategy work? Well, we still got 2 distinct groups rolling around this racetrack. But when we started with 50 entering the World Center of Racing and then dropped the green flag with 40, there's only 27 cars left on the racing surface. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, NO Night in America officially has raced every stock car, NASCAR stock car, on the iRacing platform. But we haven't seen the finish of all of them yet because this will determine who wins the first ever Xfinity Legacy stock car race here in this community. McLaughlin, Hunter East, Dale Greenwood, Aiden McConaughey checking in upside inside the Elite 8. Sean Pena, Chad Hornish, William Schmidt, James Thurston. That's all up inside the Sweet 16. Braden Hunsaker, he's back in that 16th spot. He's got River Page in 17th, but he's all on his own with Matthew Brower. So 16 drivers are working their way up front around this field, and Douglas Newbigging is tired of running in line. He jumps topside and looks for the lead. He's got a helping hand. Mike Mitchum now crosses the bow to the inside of the 43. Doug Newbigging leads at Daytona. Nathan McLaughlin up there in 6th. And I'm looking at the Dows right now. Josh Kenyon and Aiden Walker, that entire company is not closing in at all to this main group. They have enough cars in line to make it work, but for whatever reason, they're just stuck in a stalemate of not going anywhere. I do worry that they're not going to be up there if this race goes green all the way through. I mean, just look at the speed difference. This is Jordan Herring. 190 versus 185. Some may say, well, I don't know, we usually have a late race caution, but that's what we have, still about 30 drivers going at it in one pack. Michael Mitchum from an L4 to the lead. Has Dale Greenwood looking out of line. The New World Order, number 49. New Bigging sees it, he stays in line, he's not looking for a move, but how about this, overcoming adversity? Mitchum once again caused an incident early in the race. He was forced to come down and hold it on pit road for a lap, got that lap back after a set of cautions. With 22 laps to go, he's exactly where he wants to be, and that's leading. Wilkerson on the inside lane. East, McLaughlin, Pena, Mosteller, Nemos back in 10. AC has a little bit of right side damage. He's been involved. And I believe a couple incidents here tonight. I know for sure he got tagged in one of them. Last time Dale Greenwood went to victory lane, I believe it was June or July of 2021. And our night in America started in the final days of May of 2021. So it's been a while since Dale Greenwood has taken the checkered flag, a race winner. He's up inside the top 8. We talked about veterans. We talked about who we'd like to see possibly go to victory lane. Let's check the polls. 143 of you went ahead and voted. 46% say a veteran will find a victory lane. An underdog is in this group. Matter of fact, a couple of them. So keep that all in mind. You want to see more than 2 races here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? For our Tuesday stream, well, 300 likes will get you that. Hit 300 likes, you the viewers get to vote. You know, matter of fact, we'd also have a vote in there if you'd like to see me race tonight as race number 3. It was such a talking point in the Tuesday stream. I'll throw another crack at it. How about it? That may be one of the votes. But the only way we get to that is if we hit 300 likes. Greenwood back to the 8th spot. Shuffling, swaying Sunday night for all the viewers watching in the lower 48, but it's daytime at the World Center of Racing. Mitchum inside, Jordan Herring on the outside with Jacob Wilkerson. That 43 just will not go away. He's been involved in a couple incidents tonight, not of his own doing, but nonetheless has kept it pointed in the right direction, and I don't think Jacob Wilkerson has left the top 4 whatsoever. Stand corrected, lowest is 25th, but at least in the last 10, maybe 15 or so laps, he's been where he wants to be. It's looking pretty good for this race to go green all the way through after that big one that struck. Here's Josh Kenyon in that 17th position. He's found a way around Aiden Walker, but what's gonna happen for drivers alike? Kenyon, what about Frank DeAngelis, Gavin Austin, Kendall Carpenter? They need to figure it out and quickly. Now this is Frank DeAngelis' strategy. This is not Gavin Austin's strategy. This is not Christian Delgado's strategy. This is not Will Shack's strategy. This is all what Frank does usually in our Night in America race. He's done it consistently. Right, come to pit road with 1 to go. Get the tail under the longest line penalty. Restart, be nowhere until maybe 5 laps to go. Has it worked out for Frank DeAngelis on a super speedway recently? The answer is no. Last time Frank won on a super speedway, we believe 2022. I think he has pulled some of those guys in a bad position, and great heads up thinking by Douglas Newbigin to say it's not going to work. There's less drivers now where I can eat through this field, including with the newer car. I'm telling you, if Doug goes to victory lane, Gavin Austin, Will Shack, Josh Kenyon, they're not going to be happy with sticking around in the back and taking the Frank DeAngelis strategy. 17 laps to go from Daytona. Jordan Herring, have a night. Has led 15 of the 44 laps. The tires are starting to wear a little bit. You're starting to see it back to that twitching of the rear end. Herring on the bottom. Herring on the outside, stand corrected. Mitchum on the bottom. Whoa, Hornish. A little shove out of line there for the driver, the number 37. He sits back in the 12th position. 16 laps to go. He's trying to hold that line when below the yellow. Mitchum, Hunter East. Remember, East was involved in an incident due to netcode. Now he's up front, racing 2x2. We got Herring trying to side draft on that outside lane. A Toyota win would be huge for that entire development program. With 16 to go, someone may be thinking it's time to work through this field. How about Aiden McConaughey? He's been quiet. One of the drivers had a strong running in the Daytona 2.4 community event back in late January, early February. A win would be great for that machine. The only problem is he is stuck 4th in line on the inside. Lap traffic. Out in front, Mitchum climbs the ladder of 1 and 2. This is just a textbook move to go ahead and get around him. But man, he's going to go ahead and throw the block there on Herring and opens the door on the inside for East. Mitchum wants to squeeze in line. Herring forced to flip the throttle. Now crosses to the bottom. Mitchum wanted a block, couldn't do it. Here comes Jordan Herring, sliced him back to the lead. Oh, Mitchum in the wall. Off the nose of Douglas Newbigging, and the caution will wave. The second they got racy. Did not work out, and for Doug Newbigging, all that talk we had about him having the right strategy may have just gone up in smoke. Hornish, Hunsinger, Valderas, Schmidt. Look at the damage on that 29. Now we'll take things for a whirl. Let's go see what happened. Watch Mitchum again, he's squeezing. Herring goes up, comes down, he's trying to avoid Easton. Oh, I think Jacob Wilkerson just got on the back end. Watch the 43. Mitchum, big speed difference on that outside lane. Newbigging shows his cards, jumps to the outside, and just took that 9 for a whirl. Thomas Grant dropping the $1 super chat. Very thankful for that indeed. Thank you to all the viewers that have super chatted and become a member tonight. I'm so glad to be streaming. So thankful also for everyone that tuned into that last stream. How about it? 15,000 of you for a Friday night spectacular. Tonight we didn't really have a lot of promotion that will be streaming. We were really mostly focused on how great that Bristol race was. But nonetheless, excited to show off this old car and continue to try new things. I'm going to continue to use that term because we may be also trying another new thing come Tuesday night, and that's racing the Cup side in the rain. I'll be all on the road courses. Keep that in mind. The energy, the electricity from the chat in the last 3, 4, 6, 8 streams have all been absolutely fantastic. And we're so glad that you all have been hanging out with us. So McLaughlin's in second, Jacob Wilkerson is in third, Aiden McConaughey, Bobby Richard, Dano Mosteller, and others will line up and try it again. The all-green machines back there finally make their way forward, or do they hang around? With 13 laps to go, we're going to find out. We're Restart with just 11 laps left in the books. Let's go dial up a driver. Sputtermouth gifting a membership. Very thankful for that indeed. We're looking up, down, and seeing just about everything with what we've got here. Douglas Newbigging, he was involved in the incident, but we have not talked to Josh Kenyon at all this race. Let's hear what Josh has got to say. Kenyon, it's a John, you got a copy.
What's up, John?
You've been riding in the back all day. Very avoidable incident, brings the caution out. 11 to go. Do you guys stay back there, or do you finally work your way to the front?
You know what, John? I told them, I said, I think this will be the last caution.
I think so too, I'm going to be honest.
The last stream that you interviewed me, I said, I think I could win this if everyone hits their brakes. And the wreck that happened a lap later, Dominic Scafidi did not hit his brakes. So hopefully I don't jinx myself here. But, you know, we got the Michael Ford cars and the Ford Federation. And it's going to look...
Are you guys all driving Fords? No, some of you guys are driving Chevys.
No, yeah. So we just got our Michael Ford. Unfortunately, over this weekend, he passed away. So we're all running memorial cars for him. Our team leader, Mr. McClyde, he was telling us, you know, just try to get one of us to victory lane. So, you know, we're trying to do it for Mr. McClyde and Michael Ford, obviously.
Interesting. So we'll be ready to try this again. Are you guys going to work together to get to the front, or are you guys going to just have it be all on your own?
So we got some allies here, like Adam Walker, William Schmidt, and I think Dale Green might have still up there. I'm not sure if he got wrecked, but so yeah, I mean, we're gonna try to get one of us to win, yeah. How are the viewers thinking of the cars? You guys like them?
It's interesting. It's the first time we're doing this. What do you think?
I think this is amazing. I think we should do special events like this sometimes, honestly.
Well, that's what Sundays are for, trying new things. And tonight I said, hey, or even before that I said, man, you guys all came out Friday. Why not try this, right? What do we have to lose?
Exactly. So we're going to try to win. I'll push my not no Nathan Line style, but we'll figure it out.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Sticks on the board, 11 laps to go at Daytona when we take the green flag. Once again, it has been an up and down race for so many drivers. Will this be the final restart? Back underway at Daytona. Herring, McLaughlin, Wilkerson, Richard, top four, carrying to 1 and 2. Kenyon in 10th, Balderas in 9th. Hunsicker back to that 8th position. That's Schmidt all the way up against that outside wall. 3 wide there with East. Walker in the middle of Balderas. One scraping the outside wall, but towards the back half of the field. Jordan Herring continues to show the way with Jacob Wilkerson. 10 to go. Gotta keep it dialed in down the inside. One outside wall, that's McLaughlin. Slams it tough, something broke under that machine, and now they're wrecking big time. That's the 6 of Balderas up into the air. And the caution will wave with 10 laps remaining. Something broke underneath that machine with River Page. A lot of damage on his car. All we can do now is go watch that replay. But oh my. What a wreck, and it happened in a hurry. Southern brakes under McLaughlin's car. He's up against the outside wall, but he comes down and slams into East. See James Thurston going for a slide down to the infield. I don't think he really got a piece of it. He's right on board to see. Oh, he did. He got tagged on the left side. Tough hit. How about for Balderas? Up and in the air, and one of the drivers involved. Pit road, it's wide open. That's what it took to go to the end. With that car, I mean, just shot up the racetrack. Race 2 after this, we go road course racing at Watkins, Glen. If you've watched NR Night in America, you know road course racing never disappoints at all. So, what about Daytona? Frank DeAngelis hasn't won in a while. He's in 10th. William Schmidt is back up to 11th after being involved in an incident really early in this race. Robbie Richard, he was so close at winning at Bristol. And it wasn't like a Bristol race where it was just mayhem. It was a Bristol race that was really interesting because it was going to go caution-free. And from the looks of it, if you look at the lap time and speed and the strategy, if it went all the way green, probably Richard, the driver from Canada, would have gone to victory lane. Let's go dial the driver up. Sputtermouth dropping the $2 super chat saying, let's go interview Gavin Austin. Might as well. Let's go ahead and hear what he's got to say. Gavin, it's John. You got a copy?
What's up, John?
All right. Hey, you guys running around in the back all day. What's the game plan?
We're running the back to conserve energy as well. These other drivers were, up wheeling this thing in the hot cars. So we're ready. We're ready to bring our team owner Mr. McClyde, and Michael Ford to victory lane. So, I mean, I'm ready. I know my team's ready. Everyone else, though, I don't know.
Oh, should be very interesting indeed. Frank DeAngelis hasn't won on a super speedway in what feels like a millennium. You have won on a super speedway multiple times, from Talladega to Daytona. One time you won a race where it seemed like 90% of the field got wrecked out. How do you capitalize and be resilient when you know you're going to restart with 6 laps to go in the 9th position?
You want to be aggressive, but not too aggressive, where you put yourself in danger. Because a lot of these cars in front of us have damage. We all have quick cars, so right at advantage there. We have a little bit more speed. We don't want to rattle their cage too much. So be aggressive, but also consistent and smart at the same time. Work our way through the field.
I'm going to let you go right here because you got a great restart coming up. Good luck.
Thank you.
Gavin Austin, ladies and gentlemen. See if he can go ahead and get it done. How about this? We're going to have 6 laps to go to decide a winner. Is it going to be Jordan Herring, the underdog? Would you consider him a rookie? I don't think so. He's been racing for quite a while. Jacob Wilkerson, the veteran. Mosteller, the veteran. Robbie Richard, I'm still going to consider him a rookie. Robbie Richard, the rookie. McConaughey, Hornish, Hunsicker, Kenyon, DeAngelis, Gavin Austin. Let's get ready to go green. We're in the chat at the same time. You guys are really getting into it. Happy Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. If you want to keep up to date on all the great broadcasts that are going on to the iRacing side, feel free to subscribe. Notifications on. Next stream will be Tuesday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. If you want to hear my in-person broadcast, you can subscribe to RacingAmerica.tv to hear all the action that I call from the National Fairgrounds Speedway and select JEG CRA All-Star Tour races. I'll also be live streaming through YouTube Shorts races I call at the National Fairgrounds Speedway, but it would just be showing myself in the broadcast booth calling the race. If you want to watch the on-track action with myself calling it, Racing America, Track TV, your place for the entertainment. 7 to go, 6 to go, this time by Toyota Chevrolet. You got the Ford sprinkled through the field. It's been a wild one since we dropped the green flag. The real question is, what's next? Is it checkered flag or overtime? Back underway for the World Center of Racing. Mo's slice joint to the bottom of Hornish. Saw the gap, he went for it. And the inside lane once again proving that it's the might. Richard looks tough. Herring the block. Not worried about Jordan Herring here because his heart rate is going to be blasting through his chest right now. And he just got absolutely swiped by Richard at the bottom. Switch back engaged. Probably Richard, the driver from Canada, top of the board in Daytona. Mosteller in second. It's big right here, rookie versus veteran, Chevy on Chevy. 5 laps to go at Daytona. Herring, top side, help from Wilkerson. Now that 43's just got slammed to the back end of that 72. And made up ground back through 1 and 2. Pulls alongside the 97. Richard needs a win if he wants to be eligible for an E-ticket event. Herring, the lane 2 speed, locks him top of the board. Wilkerson in the bottom, swipes the 72. Herring up and into the outside wall. Caution will wave. And that's just being way too greedy. That's all it was right there. Too much greed, and it just ended his race. Will Shack involved in it as well. And I get that he wants to win so badly, but you have to realize what's realistic on a move. For the second time at Daytona, Jordan Herring will not complete it after leading a large sum of laps. It's way too aggressive, that's all it was. He's being smart all race long, he had it in the bag, and even if he lets Wilkerson go to the bottom there, I still think he has a shot of winning. Watch it again, Wilkerson has the right idea here. Let's shove Herring out in front. Let's get the opportunity to make a slingshot move. He's probably not going to see it coming. Boom, right there. Jumps to the bottom. Herring thinks he can do the same thing. You cannot block that, including when you have a lifeline behind you. Let Wilkerson go to the lead here. You're in a super speedway. You're going to go ahead and pull back to the driver in front of you. He has Kenyon. He has Schmidt. He has all these drivers behind him. I just do not get the move here. He just goes right up in front of Jacob Wilkerson. Let's ride on board with Robbie Richard. See what he saw. It's the thing about some of these younger drivers in NR Night in America, not even just younger drivers, drivers that have never won in NR Night. Their overall goal is to get a win. And if you ever race in this, you know it's tough to control your heart rate. You want to win. You want to go out there and succeed. But sometimes your heart's beating so fast you're not thinking. In super speedway racing, if you're going to go to victory lane, thinking has to be your best mate. Well, 3 laps to go. We'll see overtime. Wilkerson, Richard, Mosteller, Kenyon. Overtime rules in NR Night in America. Let's go over them. We'll take the green flag. Next flag, if it is the caution, we will have a restart. Unlimited attempts at an overtime finish. The most we've had is 4. I don't think we're going to get 4 tonight. I think this will be the one and only attempt at an overtime finish. But once we take the white flag, this race is official. Next flag will end the race, whether it's the yellow or the checkered. Good news, it's not going to be the yellow, so we don't throw the caution on the last lap. So let's dial them up and let's get ready to go back green. 2 laps to go to settle all the ideas and all the talk that we've had leading into this night. Josh Kenyon, William Schmidt, Chad Hornish. Who's excited for the Alabama 500 that will be coming up April 19th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on this YouTube channel? I am all in for it. I think it's going to be an absolute blast to see what we get from it. But at the end of the day, this is what you have left running. 40 drivers took the green flag after 50-plus entered Daytona. Couple big racks here and there took most of the competitors out, which leaves you with Chevrolet lining up the first 2 rows. William Schmidt and Chad Hornish in that 3rd row. Let's get ready to go green. Live from our studios in Nashville, Tennessee. Once again, NR Night in America, fueling victories all year long. You want to be a part of this community long term and watch some fantastic racing? Feel free to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss a beat. You have to believe in yourself if you go to victory lane. You want to go to victory lane. Robbie Richard on the outside, one of the rookies. Jacob Wilkerson, one of the super speedway merchants on the inside. PBR, well, going to be fighting what is left. 2 laps to settle it. 2 laps to settle who will win the first Legacy Xfinity Series race in NR Night in America. Gavin Austin back in 5th, leaving the herd behind. They're thinking just get to the white flag. As long as we can get to that white flag, this race is official. All belts are off. Richard, top side with Mosteller. Wilkerson was smart about it. He knew where that edge was, but he's going to need a lifeline. DeAngelis up the gun, 3 wide. Slots in downstairs, turns the 87. Mosteller saves it, we stay green. Gotta get back, but man, they're just bunched up back there. Santa Blanca, 1 to go from Daytona. William Schmidt, the closer to the lead. Austin to P2, turns the 13. They wreck to 1 and 2. We stay green. Now McConaughey's closing on into Richard. First career win, Robbie Richard, can it be? Half a lap to go. McConaughey's gonna get to him, he's gonna slingshot him, looks to the outside. Richard up the block, McConaughey to the inside, Richard a squeeze. This is gonna be the finish at Daytona. Richard 97, Wilkerson below the yellow line. To the checkered flag, Gavin Austin, victorious from Daytona. Kendall Carpenter, Wilkerson, McConaughey, Proby, Richard, and the little engine that could, did not. Richard led coming down off 4, and ends up finishing with a top 5. Gavin Austin turned William Schmidt in 1 and 2. I don't think it's going to be a popular win, but it will be a win for the Michael Ford machine. Wow. Let's go watch back and see what happened. This is the one to go right here. We're gonna watch back. This is with Schmidt. Oh, man. He just took Schmidt out. I mean, was Schmidt going down the block at the same time? We can find a different angle of it. No, Schmidt was blocking. That was just the angle. Schmidt was definitely blocking. That Gavin's good on that one. I'm going to retract that statement. It's probably going to go and change the voting up. Watch again. Watch from that view. Schmidt was coming down. No, that's all on Schmitty. Never mind. It was the angle that we saw it on. William Schmidt pulled the block on Gavin Austin. Or did he? Or was that just an angle that makes Schmidt look bad? Let's go ask him. Gavin Austin, congratulations winning at Daytona.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Schmidt.
We watched it. He came down.
After that, man. Like the win, you can't celebrate a win when you do something ridiculous like that. So, I mean.
But it looked like he also came down. But in another angle, it looks like you just turned him. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you could look back at
I straight up dunked him. I didn't intend to. I didn't mean to. I straight up. That was all on me. Schmidt had no yeah. That was on me.
Oh, poor Schmidt. He was fighting hard to get back to where he was. Walk me through the race.
You know, I don't know. I was hanging out back with everyone, you know, because I knew this old damage model, there'd be really bad crashes. Everyone, you know, one hit with this car, you're done. You can lose RPMs very easy just by even pushing someone on the bumper. So yeah, we had kind of all played it smart. I don't know. I'm happy we got Michael Ford victory. Rest in peace, Michael Ford died to a giant worm. But you know,
he did not. For the ones wondering, they're just making some random jokes for the ones watching back at home. But continue.
So I'm glad we won. I really wanted Pravi to win. I gave him a bump, and I think he got hooked by Wilkerson or he came down. I don't know. I didn't feel like winning after what I did to Schmidt, so I feel really bad. But I don't know. I don't know.
Did you go below the yellow line to wreck William Schmidt?
I can look at it. I had my front left like on the yellow, not under it. But I feel super bad for Schmidt. But I wish Pravi got that.
Well, you won. Walk me through this race.
Well, long race. At least that's what it felt like. Just being in the back, playing it smart, waiting for all the carnage to happen. You know, Mr. McClyde, team owner, wanted at least one of us to win today, so I mean, we got the job done there. All of us worked really well together. Some of us got taken out, but I don't know. It was a long race. It felt tiring, but I don't know. It's a race. I don't know. It happens. I don't know. I'm still. I have no words to speak. I just feel bad for Schmidt. Like, I don't know.
Well, it was interesting to see how it all went down. Richard was close. You guys hung around in the back all day. Who came up with that strategy? I believe it was Frank.
Yeah, it was Frank.
It was Frank's idea. Well, Gavin Austin, congratulations. We're going to continue to discuss things over, but we're heading to race 2. What's up with this new car? Or well, not this new car, this old car.
It's fun. Just, I don't know. I heard a lot of people giving bad pushes, causing wrecks. So, I mean, I guess pushing can be sensitive. Of course, the damage model, because they haven't updated, that's very sensitive. But it's actually really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I'm looking forward to Watkins Glen, because I know that will be fun. as long as I stay out of carnage. But yeah, that's it. Again, sorry, Schmidt. I'm sorry. I feel super bad.
Well, that's how it went down. Gavin Austin, Kendall Carpenter, Jacob Wilkerson, McConaughey, Bobby Richard, top 5. We head now to race number 2. Congratulations on the win. We're going to go to our studios in Nashville, Tennessee. We were reviewing it recently. Now, for the ones that don't know, Jordan Herring was also L5 from this race for going below the L line. I cut myself all shaving, so for the ones that are wondering. He was L5 from this race for going below the yellow line and wrecking someone. You can go below the yellow line. You can't go below the yellow line and wreck a driver. That is a big no-no in NR Night in America. But the left side's of Gavin Austin. We're below the yellow line. It's too close and borderline to make a decision off that. We're not overturning a call. We have done so in the past, I believe, with Kyler Wynn and other drivers have gone below the yellow line, wrecked someone doing so, and they lost the race that way. But from the way it looks, too much borderline. We got to go to the next one. Fun race, interesting race. Once again, first time trying this out. Do you guys want to see Cup Series racing in the rain in the next stream? That is the question that is being asked. I'd love to. I think it would be a lot of fun to see how that all goes down, how that swings out. But it really comes down to what the viewers want, and we want to do it Tuesday. We're thinking about testing it this coming up Monday. For the ones that know, this could be the final race of this stream, unless we hit 300 likes. It has been a lot of fun broadcasting tonight, but we are ready to continue on going. Watkins Glen, 30 laps, a road course race with these cars. Thank you all so much for coming out on this Sunday night. Always a blast to have y'all with us and our night in America. Fueling victories all year long. Watkins Glen, it's always the premier racetrack that we go to. It's always a lot of fun to hear what drivers think about the track, hear what viewers think about the track. It's overall, honestly, a good time to head on out here. We're ready to go ahead and give it its all. We will have the iRating cap off. Session is up. Password is IDK as we get ready to go green with round 2 of the night. Let me go say hello to some of you viewers back at home. Obviously, want to thank the people of Sputtermouth, Thomas Gratton, Average Racing Junkie, Eric W. for absolutely supporting the channel here. Now, you guys have been great. Riley, how's it going? Swampers, how's it going? So the idea is this for Tuesday, and you guys can say yes, no, maybe so on how it was, at least perceived to you in just a moment. Racing in the rain. It'll be light rain on a road course, maybe Daytona Oval and Coda with the Next Gen and the Gen 6. It'll be the first 2 races of the night. Race 3 and 4 would be back to your regular scheduled racing. So it'll be light rain is because, let's be honest, they don't have the right rain tires for the Cup cars yet on iRacing. But there is a glitch, or maybe it's not a glitch. Who knows? We want to do it. I'd love to do it. It's interesting to see how that all unfolds. So keeping all that up to date soon. I think Monday I'll send out a bunch of notices. Now some are wondering, why only 2 races tonight? Well, it's pretty simple. We stream Tuesday, Friday, and there's a lot of business I have to take care of at the conclusion of this stream. So we said, want to do Sunday. It's always a lot of fun to stream on Sundays. Let's end the week off for so many with new styles of racing and maybe a new car. And you guys just saw technically an old car, but new to NR Night in America. So will we see this again in the future? Well, for a lot of drivers, including myself, it was free. I don't know how this car was free. I got all 3 of them for free, but we'll all see. It depends on how you, the viewers, take it, how the drivers take it off, all the data. There's not a lot of setups. We thought there was gonna be a lot more, and come to find out, only 7 setups for 6 tracks. The other one's just baseline. So we'll keep that all in mind. This Tuesday, we plan on racing back in the rain again. It'll be light rain, but it would be a lot of fun. Things could change, though. We find out that iRacing patched it. We'll go ahead and pass along all that information. Let's ride. Walker, Balderas, Workman, Jones, Connor Jones back, Cooper Phillips, Dale Greenwood, David Joyner, Ethan Wickenhauser, Frank DeAngelis, Gavin Austin, and so many others. We'll head out to Watkins Glen International. We're going to give them a couple laps to go ahead and practice. It is still a new car, but at the same time, it looks like we will have to throw bump day in there. Maybe, maybe not. It was free for me. It's free for others. For some, it was not, but continues to go ahead and change up, down, sideways. Benton, Walker, Jackson Carr, Thomas Grattan, Matheson, Toel Owen, William Schmidt, Zachary Trull, Xander McKinney, Josh Kenyon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 2 tonight on this Sunday night edition of NR Night in America. We're going to go to the twists and turns of Watkins Glen, and if you're a long-term viewer, you know road course racing. It is some of the best you'll find on this platform. We've had a lot of races with the road course side. Never with this car. 2 new car track combos tonight. Let's get ready to go green. We're checking the weather. It's so cool. They give us a weather loop now so we can see if there's any precipitation around the course. Good news, there is not. But we will get ready to go green flag racing. Hopefully you guys are excited for the YouTube short broadcast. I'll never forget, late at night, all having a good time, enjoying ourselves, and the next thing you know, I actually put the stream on live. I went to go check it, and I had 100 in there. I was like, how did 100 of you guys join out of nowhere? And then we come to find out it's accidentally on a public stream, but guess what? This is public, and April 7th will also be public. And you'll be able to hear me commentate at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway through the power of the YouTube Shorts. I'm thinking about other JEGS races as well, but as you know, not all short tracks have the best internet connection. I think at the fairgrounds they get 5G, so that's why I'm willing to risk it there. Hopefully there is no blinking or any issues, because it would be a whole lot of fun. Trackside from Watkins Glen, New York. Wickenhauser, Connor Jones, lined up, ready to go green. William Schmidt. Cooper Phillips. Max Swearengin. Gavin Austin. There's that 22. Cody Workman, Josh Kenyon, Landon Gentry rolling around this racetrack as we get ready to ride once more. Qualifying underway. All these guys just going out for their first laps. As well, Owen, haven't seen Tango Wolf in a while. Xander McKinney there in that 66. Eladon Contreras. Jackson Carr. Rolls around on the inside, Chad Hornish. Contreras, Austin Joyner, Frank DeAngelis. Frank going for a slide. He's already gone to the wall once during this run. Continue to stay up to date on what every driver is thinking as we get ready to roll into what could be the final race of the night. We'll see about race number 3. Gavin Austin, Cody Workman. Let's go dial up a driver during qualifying. Why not? Let's see what they've got to say. Let's go talk to Schmitty. Schmidt, so John, you got a copy? Oh, we can hear you going uphill, or we can hear you again. Let's see if we can try once more. Schmidt, so John.
Yeah, I got you.
There we go. Sorry, I had you at about 95%. This car, it's interesting. How is it on the road course?
It is very tight in the front end. Very, very tight.
Is that a good thing, bad thing for you, your racing style?
Bad thing. I like a loose car, but I can make it work. I'm top 5 in qualifying so far, so I'm doing good.
Jaden Reyna, Ethan Viette, a couple road course specialists in there trying to make quick work of it. Gavin Austin, he said he got into you and was very apologetic after the incident at Daytona. Walk me through your Daytona race.
It started off pretty bad. We were caught up in the very first wreck, and it was purely off netcode too, and my whole rear axle got shoved out by about 7 inches, so had to go down pit road, sat there for 8.5 minutes getting it all repaired. We went 5 laps down, got all of our laps back, slowly and methodically made our way up through the field until the final lap where we took the lead. And obviously I was in a call with Gavin and Robbie and all of them at the time, and our plan was just kind of work together, so I wasn't expecting Gavin to make that move like the way he did. I was expecting to have him behind me, but I guess he wanted to go underneath me for whatever reason, and I just wasn't expecting that, and just barely nicked me, and I went around.
Well, now you're here. You're the closer. I think you've ran pretty good at Watkins, Glen, in NR Night.
Oh yeah, I have.
Did we see a William Schmidt win?
I hope so. Like I said, I've never won on a road course before, and Watkins.
But you definitely come close.
Many times. Yeah, I mean, I should have probably won 2 Watkins Glen races, but separate things have kind of prevented that, whether it's getting punted out of the way in the final corner or running out of gas. But yeah, I mean, this is a car I haven't driven in years, so I low-key probably don't expect to win here unless something absolutely crazy happens, but I'm still going to try nonetheless.
Well, it's going to be fun to see. Let's go ahead and dial things up here. Tuesday, if the glitch still works or we can do Cup cars in the rain, we'll have 2 road courses. That'll be the Daytona road course and Circuit of the Americas. How do you feel about that? It'll be light rain before you say anything.
I'm nervous. I have not driven a stock car in the rain yet, so that'll probably be my first time if I don't get any testing in beforehand.
Well, should be a lot of fun to see. You'll get the one to go here shortly. Breaking news. William Schmidt is starting in 10th. How do you feel about that spot, including with the old damage model?
Yeah, the old damage model is absolutely terrifying, but, you know, I'm on the outside going to turn 1. There's going to be a lot of people, I feel like, spinning towards the inside, so I'm going to be out of the way of hopefully most of it. Gonna probably get a spot or 2 from there, but as long as we just keep the car safe, we should be good.
Should be a lot of fun indeed. A lot of drivers lined up and loaded. You're going to have 40 taking the green flag here tonight. Schmidt, good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Time to lock it in. William Schmidt, once again, going for his first win on a road course in NR Night in America. He'll start all the way back in row number 5, as previously mentioned. Looking up and down this ladder, Josh Kenny will be starting 12th. Aiden Walker will be starting 3rd. Kendall Carpenter back in that 8th place position. Left side of your screen, you'll see the split, where they all will be ready to get it going. Look at Jaden Reyna and that 83 machine. Down on that inside has SpongeBob on the hood. How about it? That just looks awesome. Fun, exciting. River Page there as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will get the one to go this time by as we continue to play our anthems. It's go time. Now, from Watkins Glen International Speedway, I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. Ready to line up round 2 on this Sunday night edition. Daytona was race number 1, if that's what you're looking for. We're not going to go ahead and spoil it for you. This is now race 2 of the night. Phillips Cratton. Vietbu. Cody Workman is back. He'll be starting 21st. Ethan Wickenhauser. Others have yet to go ahead and line up for that wheel-to-wheel coverage. Let's get ready to go green. And Swiggy is watching this on the 85-inch TV. That's the best way to do it. Surround sound too. See, he's got Sonos. let's get ready to say those magical words for what could be the final time tonight. God, speed, drivers, you are go for throttle up. Coverage live through the power of YouTube on the IDK Player YouTube channel. Produced through our studios in Nashville, Tennessee, and our night in America, fueling victories all year long. Thomas Grant dropping the $5 super chat. The only reason why we do not allow co-commentary through the Discord is, thank you so much for the $5 before I continue to say anything, but it's because we have the engine noises so loud and everything's set up for only in-person broadcast. So that's why Jarrett comes in and broadcasts with me. He's not a separate studio. He is right next to me broadcasting the action, and usually it produces a better quality product when you're able to broadcast next to someone versus through a Discord server. It'd be tough to hear you, and that's why I mainly avoid the Discord broadcast. The only reason we did it that one time was because I was racing, and a couple of drivers said they've always wanted to do it. I said, sure, why not? And even there, you even had troubles hearing in certain areas, so. All high quality production, that is the goal with every single stream. Well, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much for everyone else tuning on in tonight. We'll be back Tuesday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Nonetheless, it's time to drop the hammer. So the pace car will make the hard right onto pit road. We'll roll our way through all 7 corners of Watkins Glen. Up, down, sideways. Grattan dropping out a $3 super chat. Excited for what's to come. You know, there's nothing like road course racing at our night in America. It's where the best prevail and even sometimes the underdogs find a treat up inside the top 10. It could be a caution-free outing. It could be nothing but a fuel lottery. A late race yellow could spice things up. What will happen? Let's find out as we light the fuse from the Finger Lakes region of New York. Page already 3 wide. Reyna got on the side there of Mosteller. Page on that outside, thunders on through the S's. Tiptoeing most of the machines uphill. River Page, top of the board down the back. And Squiggly dropped down 10 memberships. Very good for that. And once again, if you're a subscriber to the YouTube channel, you'll have an opportunity to get one. Walker under fire. Jaden Reyna locks up the right front, but still holds on to that 4th position. Here's Mosteller to the carousel. Page inside, he's gonna pull away for now. We've seen the flat area coming off 5. Where Mosteller can make up some speed, he does so. 23 the difference. And from what we're hearing, it's mostly clean and green on the opening lap. What a road course piece do we have. River Page leads off turn 7 to complete lap number 1. And that's how it's done right there. Look at Demos. Holding strong. How about Hector Colazo? Colazo, once again, new to Night in America, rookie. We talked about sometimes rookies can find their way through. Vievu, Balderas, Schmitty, Gavin Austin, even Josh Kenyon in the mix. Grattan dropping down the $5 super chat. As we say that, we also say thank you. Mosteller 3 back. He's gonna need something to dial in. Hopefully the draft down the backstretch will then lead him to the door of River Page. Page has gotten a victory at Watkins Glen in times past. He'll love to get it in the Legacy Xfinity Series stock car. 2-6 back, 2-4 back. Demos, the fan favorite, is now knocking on the door of the Mustang. Over the strips, heading to turn 6. Colazo, should we say. And James Thurston, the old switch jump, the battle for that 5th place position. Mosteller is so much better down the backstretch from the bus stop to the carousel. He really loses time back to 6 and 7. It's not that much, it's a couple tenths, but it could hurt him in the long run. Another thing is, the last time at road course racing, he went caution free. So keep an eye on that. Mostly the road courses have been fairly clean and green. Uphill, Jaden Reyna, last win was in the Nationwide Series stock car, another legacy machine that we've used. Came from Daytona. He now looks to the inside of Aiden Walker, coming down off the backstretch. He wants to squeeze on through. Just look at the game of inches he plays down to that guardrail. And then Walker's just under some serious flack. Mosteller, watch him again. Coming off the turn 5 carousel. It's very poetic how these drivers just run this track. But back in third, it's a mosh pit. Galazzo to the inside of Thurston. Reyna to the inside of Walker, who goes wide and may go into kitty litter. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide. That's going to be tight. Vietvu up the gun and says thank you very much. It's payday for him. He's cracked that top 5. Everyone else tries to navigate through. Jaden Reyna, the big winner. He's up to 3rd. Hector Galazzo up to the 4th place position after being back in 6th. Oh, he's blinking. 18, a quick blink out there due to internet. William Schmidt navigating through the traffic. Just lost that rear end coming off exit. Now this car's a lot tighter than the Xfinity car, the modern day Xfinity car that we're used to seeing. Vietvu lunging in, Galazzo towards the back end of Jaden Reyna. And that Toyota Camry's always looked good on this car. Honestly, it looks also better with the bunny ears. We think the bunny ears from the 2014-2016 era look fantastic, but this is definitely a model from that era, but a different aero package. It's not even the 2018 aero package. I believe this is the 2017 one, where you see the spoiler. It's almost like a shark fin, where it's just embedded and drilled in the back of the deck lid. Compared to now, where it's very much a thinner product. 26 to go. How about Anthony Burrows? He's up to 13th, and Caden Rush was climbed up to 15th after being just in 20th a couple laps ago. Max Steinmeier completely just missed entry. Goes wide, and Caden Rush says, thank you very much. I'm not going to feel any pressure from you. Eladam Contreras, this is the battle for 12th. As Anthony Burrows all over the back end of him. Toyota on Toyota. Burrows should be able to masterfully find a way around the Eladam Contreras machine. Looking, peeking. Oh, he went a little higher there off exit. From the bus stop, low through the carousel. Mosteller has lost a little bit of that grip that he had on River Page. Gavin Austin to the inside of Carpenter, forcing the 6 way out of the groove. I don't think Carpenter's going to be too happy about that. One of the open wheel drivers that have navigated to NR Night in America. I'm up the battle with Galazzo. Schmidt to the inside. Fighting and battling all around this racetrack. Just once again proves why Watkins Glen is one of the best tracks on this surface. On this service, I stand corrected. Galazzo, Schmidt, check that behind. Ethan Vietvu is there in 6th. Mosteller is ready to fight for the lead into the bus stop. Page has been struggling consistently on this end of the speedway. He's about even there with Mosteller on the entry of the carousel. And just look at how much speed that Chevrolet has coming down off turn 5. Ford, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, that's the fast 4. Galazzo struggling with William Schmidt. Page on entry, right sides on the strips. He's holding on, but for how long? There's Jaden Reyna. Galazzo, William Schmidt. Schmidt's got a good shot. I mean, I just want to point that out. He's got a dang good shot at winning this race. He sees when drivers make mistakes like you just saw there, and absolutely just goes after it. Right side's nearly hitting the grass. Colonso does a great job of defending. But that 13, I'm telling you, give him a caution. All he needs is one. He's going to be ready to fight for the lead. Speaking of fighting for the lead, it's on. Ford, Chevrolet, Page, Mosteller. Still 2-2 back, but just look at the speed he consistently gets off 5. I mean, he's got River Page beat heading into turn 6 every single time, but this is where Page makes up all that time. There's Jaden Reyna back in third. William Schmidt back and forth, finally found a way around Colonso, and that 18 almost gave him a shunt to the back end. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, make it 5 machines, nose to tail. From 4th to, I want to say, about 8th. And here's the move. Vietvu to the inside of the 18. Oh, he's going to rough him up. Colonso around in turn 1. Gets hit in the back end. Waiting to see if they're going to throw that yellow. I don't think so. He has it parked. He has not moved whatsoever. And the machines will find a way through. Now they're not going to throw a caution for a single car spin. And from battling up front all the way back to 31st, a huge bottom end move. There's Mose looking for a move on Page. Now Zeldon Contreras, they got on the side of the 18. That was right in the racing line. I mean, you could have made the discussion, hey, that could have been a yellow. With how this race is playing out, I don't think you want to see a caution. The strategy is very much still in play. 23 to go. Wheel to wheel. James Thurston. We saw him in view. That's with Aiden Walker. Walker's not going up against that white line. In the center of the corner, Thurston has a nice edge in. Aiden back downstairs. Looked, peeped. Thought about getting that switch back. It wasn't going to work. Well, Jaden Reyna has been in a stalemate from where this top 2 has been. He's gained a little, but he's also lost a little over the last couple of laps. His hope, they go wheel to wheel. Because he knows if they go wheel to wheel, that's going to mean one thing. He will have an opportunity of catching Mosteller and River Page. Schmidt to 4th, Thurston to 5th. Walker to 6th, Max Swearengin down to 7th. Vietvu, Kendall Carpenter, Anthony Burrows. Burrows has Caden Rush. You can see Rush has already used the nose a couple times. 6 and 7, 2 veterans that you expect to find victory lane consistently in our night in America. They line up 1-2, back across the line. When will Mose find his way around the driver of the 24? It's going to happen. It's going to have to happen soon. Because if Page continues to have control over this race, oh, you can just see the dirty air just dumped on the nose. And forced him way up out of the groove. He's got to hope for a mistake out of this 24 machine. Top side looking. Quarter panel. Rolled to center well. He saw the 24 Page losing speed off 5. The brace, the battle to turn 6. He can't squeeze him topside. Oh, Page, the game of inches. Puts Mosteller in a jam and still holds on to the lead. That should have been it right there. You saw River Page in that quick flinch off exit. But he holds on, 20 to go. Thurston, Swearengin, Vietvu, Anthony Burrows, River Page, Caden Rush, Max Steinmeier, Gavin Austin. Oh, they've had a couple rough ups throughout this race. Line up in a tough position. 16 the difference again from Osteller. Lap traffic is going to definitely tighten up River Page here. 17 the difference if you just master the bus stop and hope for another mistake out of the 24. Left side's in the grass. Right side's all over the strips. A lot of let off to the center. $14 back. 13 back. He's there. He's just not making that move just yet. He's going to make the move at some point. He knows he's faster than River Page, but there's a big difference between catching a driver and passing a driver. Jaden Reyna, 2-4 back. He's lost time over the last 6 or 7 laps. Let's take a look at his lap for lap. 1.207, 3.9, 2.25, 4.6. He's been kind of all over the place. Versus Mosteller, even, completely even. He just cannot shake this 24. Mo's top side, has daylight back downstairs, looks to take it. Page blocks once, twice, keeps the 87 at bay, and absolutely poised to keep that lead. Oh man, I thought for sure he was headed for the guardrail after that second swipe. But Ford outmasters Chevrolet to the carousel, and River Page holds top of the board. That's gonna be the cat and mouse game. That's what's great about road course racing. If you lose a race on a road course, you can look back to one wrong move to why. It's like playing chess. You're still luck in chess. If you lose, maybe because you moved the pawn to a position you weren't supposed to, or maybe you put your king or queen at risk. Couple moves too early. Same with road course racing. Notice how we haven't talked about tires yet? How badly are they shaking it up because Jaden Reyna just gained about 3/10 of that lap. 18 to go. We love caution-free races. That's the thing about NR Night in America. The pendulum can swing any which way. We've had nights where we'll go 3 or 4 races and only have 3 or 4 cautions, with 1 race, 2 races going caution-free, and then we'll swing the pendulum the other way where it seems like we just can't get a single green flag lap in. And sometimes we have that happy medium where it's just a mixture of yellows and hard racing. Watkins, Glen, I hear caution-free is on the horizon. 17 the difference. 15 the difference. Amos has got to be smart right here. And he now knows that River Page is going to be as aggressive as ever. So what do you do to find a way through? Nose to tail, back to the start-finish line. Reyna to third. James Thurston has worked his way to fourth. He quickly found his way around William Schmidt, but look at Aiden Walker. Walker to the inside, the race to turn 1. Slides in, got the spun, and now loses it. Thurston back to 4th. Walker back in 5th. And Caden Rush up to 9th after finding a way around Anthony Burroughs. There may have been a wreck back there. Gavin Austin at 24th, look at the damage. But it was off the screen, so we stay green. Battle for the lead. Last time, Page had a big flinch here. It allowed that 87 to sneak on through. Wide, catches the grass, 13 back, 14 back, and loses momentum down to turn 6. Walker and Thurston. $17 to go. Mosteller, the look inside to turn 1. Oh, he's gonna back out of it. Oh, that would have been great. That would have been huge for Jaden Reyna, who now gains in masterfully. Back to a 1-9. But it's still 2-3 the difference. He just can't find a way around River Page. He's made that car as wide as he can. He got the grass right here. I think most will be able to gain it just a little bit more. But no point of going wheel to wheel entering the bus stop, including with that guardrail sticking out like a sore thumb. Most wide, and all momentum has now been lost on the 87. Reina closes in. And just like that, it will now have to come down to possibly pit strategy. See what works. There's Schmidt, there's Burrows, there's Vietvoo, Max Swearigan, and Zachary Truhl. David Joyner with some damage. Contreras with Max Steinmeier. They're lined up. Zachary Truhl. Max Swearigan's under fire. This is the battle for the top 10. Looking, peeking. Carpenter way too far back. Won't work out. Aiden Walker and James Thurston. This is a battle that just continues to give. And Demos has got to lock in right here. That's just one mistake with 15 laps to go. It's 15 laps to go at Watkins Glen, not 15 laps to go at Bristol. He's got a shot, and if he's going to make it work, he's got to have it happen now. Thurston, 7 seconds back. Walker, 7-8 back. Jaden Reina, 2-2 back. He's been consistent, but hasn't been consistent enough to find that race lead. Don't look now, but this 87, lap for lap, he has now gone quicker since that last one. Halfway through the race at Watkins Glen. He's getting that left side in the grass. 9.5, 9.4. You see River Page struggles a little bit off exit now than what he was compared to. Demos is still very, very strong. You see how much time he made up just after the previous incident of lap 15. He has not left the top 2 all race. Highest first, lowest second. Compare that to Caden Rush. Highest 7th, currently 7th, lowest 32nd. He's really been all over the place. Look at that. Greta Williams-Schmidt, who has not been outside this top 10. And Anthony Burrows, who has got damage to the nose of that Toyota. Lowest 31st, highest 8th. Well, that's where he currently stands now. Rush to the back end. Schmidt way out of the groove. And Caden Rush, a man on a mission, works his way into the 6th place spot. He's still 9 seconds back. He's getting to yellow if he wants to win this race. But he can definitely pick off Aiden Walker and James Thurston. That's 4th and 5th. Don't look now, but Mosteller has closed into a 4-3 with 14 laps to go. Walker inside the battle for 4th. The lunge in again. Can he hold on to it? Won't be outclassed by James Thurston. Aiden Walker holds on. Off the S's. All his, and can start the track back forward. Reina's lost even more time now. Back to a 2-8. Burrows, Swearigan. Look at Swearigan and Carpenter with Vietvoo. What a race we have had at Watkins Glen. I mean, it's been absolutely masterful to watch these drivers work around. 13 laps to go. Demos is definitely the fastest car on track. No doubt about it. He has caught the back end of River Page once again. Well, this result in a wheel-to-wheel. Lap traffic out in front of your leaders. Looks to the inside. Thought about the swipe, wasn't going to get it. Gotta be consistent. Consistency, that's exactly what wins races. And Page had a big wobble coming down off the S's. Mosteller by far, fastest car on track. River Page, the best defending driver on track. Has him covered back to the bus stop. Battle for fifth. Caden Rush, the biggest mover of the race, and just moves James Thurston on the flat of the S's. He is on his way, ladies and gentlemen. Give this man a yellow. And then all of a sudden, it's a 3-horse race. Most is there. He's got to be thinking about ducking to the inside at some point if he's going to outclass River Page. But River keeps that machine just tucked nose to tail with the Chevrolet. There's just no way to find a way around him, including in the areas that Demos catches him. Rush to fifth, closing in on Aiden Walker. $11 to go, will be $10 to go this time by. I think he's got to make quick work of him, and that's the big thing you got to look at. Whoa, lap machine. Run back on the racing surface. There's Walker and there's Rush. 10 the difference. Mosteller into the grass. He's going to have the advantage down to turn 6. Oh, but lost it. River Page again. Just has it locked in front of that 87. He's going to try it again. But historically has not been quicker than Page coming down off 7. Oh, almost a slight bump to the back end. 25 the difference. Rush on the doorstep of Walker. What a drive from 32nd to 5th in a caution-free race. River the leader by a 4-2. Walker, 7/10 the difference. Caden Rush poised for that podium position. I think he's going to catch Jaden Rader. Now, the way he's been driving has just been absolutely amazing. Look at him. Just letting that thing hang on out. 2-5 back. 19 the difference. 15 the difference. Demos loves closing on in off 7. He just drives it on in there where Page rolls the center a little bit better. We got to keep an eye on that battle. That's going to be for the 4th place position. Page mistake. Mosteller to the inside. Crowd on their feet. But he just still can't find a way through. Nine to go. Walker under fire. Here's Caden Rush. Rush to the outside, saying thank you very much. He's into the fast 4. 14 back, 17 back. Arms length the difference between 1st and 2nd. Nine to go, 8 laps to go. This time by. Ramos again. Looking back to that outside lane, Caden Rush. closing in on Jaden Reyna. I think they're going to be able to go caution free. That means they'll also go free without pitting. Derek Hammer dropping the $2 super chat. Moss Stellar, another peak, bails out. Gets to the inside of Page. And 24 just loves playing the game of inches. My fear, though, is that it gets him turned. Looks once. Looks twice. All the way to the inside guardrail. Sliding those rear tires, the top two. 7 to go. And Demos is tired of waiting. He knows Rush is on the move. He's about to find a way around Jaden Reyna soon. Remember Page, he's thinking, hey, you've led enough laps. It's time for me to go in and give it a shot. But how tough will that 24 be? Seven to go. Battle for ninth. Carpenter Vietu. Truhl. Ash Ridge. Josh Kenyon. 2 the difference. $16 back, 15 back. Moss on the outside, nearly contact with the 24. Oh, Page is gonna rough him up. He just door slammed him down the straightaway. That is not a popular move at all. 7 laps to go, coming to 6. Mosteller's the most popular driver. I think that gives Demos the A-OK to say, hey, I'm using the bumper. Down into turn 2. Jaden Reyna struggling with grip. Caden Rush. Rush from 32nd up to 4th. I mean, absolutely just veteran stuff out of the driver of the 39. That's an e-ticket event winner as well. You got to keep that in mind. And if something goes south of this top 2 and he finds a way around Jaden Reyna, Caden Rush would be the only driver to come back from a 30th place spot or worse and win with a caution-free race. Remember, he started 32nd. Six to go. Demos just throwing it on there. Look at the counter steer that he has to use. 5 to go from Watkins Glen. Some may say a caution-free race may be boring. Think again. Rush to the outside of Jaden Reyna. A low podium position. Squeezes the 83. The drive-off exit. An amazing drive out of this 39. It wasn't like he had 90 laps to do it. This is a 30-lap feature with 5 laps to go and has caught up to the 3rd place position. It's around the lap machine. But man, oh man, Caden Rush. A tip of the hat from all the viewers. Here's Thurston and Burrows. They're going at it. Burrows to the inside. Huge run in. Parks it in the center. Thurston to the inside. Battle for the lead. This is racing from Watkins Glen. 13 back. 10 back. Most to the outside of Page. Always gonna get into the side of him. Slight tap, drag race, start finish line, 4 to go. He holds on, Burrows, James Thurston. You thought they were done fighting? Think not. Nose to tail, half a car length. Thurston looking to the outside. Rush 4 back. And this is a 35-lap race. Would he be able to catch him? Still, he could be able to catch him. Because I'm telling you, Demos' patience have got to be running out. Down to the inside. $20 the difference. At any point, does he bring the bumper to the back end of the 24? Four to go. 3 laps to go. Rush 420 back. Gonna need a miracle if he's gonna win this race. Demos has got to get more aggressive here. Page is starting to outclass him now. We know the tires are wearing badly, but that 24 has already shown that he's going to be willing to do whatever it takes to win this race. If you're that 87, you've got to show that aggression back. Looking, peeking, left side's in the grass. Right side's in the grass. The lunge to the inside. Just dirt tracking downstairs to the carousel. Oh, looking again. Two, 4 the difference. 17 the difference. 2 laps to go from Watkins Glen International. Ford versus Chevy. Mosteller versus Page. Caden Rush, 3 seconds back. It doesn't look likely he'll make it off speed. If he's going to battle for the win, he's going to need these 2 gladiators to put it all on the line and have both of them not come out a winner. That only means one thing, but we're not going to talk about it. Because we all know anything can happen in NR9 America. 3 back, 2 car lengths. Mosteller to the back end. Aggressive through the bus stop. Taps the back end of the Mustang. He's going to get it done. It's got to happen now. You have to put it all on the table. That's 3 the difference. This is going to be a race. Caution free. But still, 2 drivers will duel it out for victory. Page versus Mosteller. Salamanca, 1 to go from New York. To turn 1. And Page didn't use any of the rumble strips down the inside. He did not get a good drive off. But Mosteller has lost a lot of speed, including uphill. 6-8 the difference. Down the backstretch for the final time. And entering the bus stop. Page easy in, Mosteller, dirt tracking. This was his shot to get back to the lead, and he's gonna go around in the bus stop. Should we say the carousel? I don't know, I don't think he lost that much time. But he'll be too far back entering turn 6. Ford outduels Chevrolet from the twists and turns of the Finger Lakes region of America. River Page will go back-to-back, and Watkins Glen wins to find himself victorious upstate. What a race, what a drive. Page victorious. Caden Rush from 32nd to 2nd in a caution-free race. How about it? It's hard racing all the way through. Russ showing that you can pass. Had nothing just to do with the dirty air. And this is why you always tune into road course racing in NR Night in America. What a drive. Wow. Let's go ahead and talk to your race winner. That was amazing. River Page, I mean, he's just invincible so far in the month of March. And a race it very much was. He's going to burn it down the start-finish line, ladies and gentlemen. River Page, NR Night in America, fueling victories all year long. And that will do it for him. We don't have River Page to interview, ladies and gentlemen. We'll say it now. We did not reach the goal. So as of this moment, this will be the end of the stream. From what it looks like. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind. We'll give it like about a couple more moments because we still got to interview River Page if he joins on in. I think we're going to have a race 3 here in just a moment. I did not refresh, but it looks very likely. Page, it's a John. You got a copy.
What's up, John?
Heck of a race. It seemed fun. Went caution-free. Walk me through it.
Well, I didn't think I was gonna be able to beat Demos. I never have been able to. So, oh, we got to stall so we can get the lights. That was really fun. This car
will have race 3.
Okay, great. This car it's just like the Xfinity car, so like the current one. So I kind of knew what I was doing. I won here with the Xfinity car once, but that was after Demos got wrecked. I assumed he was just saving behind me, and then he tried to pass me, and I just started defending. And so I was like, good. I kind of raced him like a. I was kind of being dirty, but I think you'd understand. It's just it's kind of like the highest honor for me to beat Demos at a road course. So I'm more excited about this one than a lot of the ones I've had here. So yeah, that was fun.
Well, we're going green for race 3. Talk to me about this car.
It would be great. It would be a fantastic car if it had another damage model. I kind of got screwed out of the last race because I got hit. I hit the guy that went to the moon landed in front of me, and I hit him, and I got a little bit of front end damage, and I never like fixed my motor. You just never, like, it can never fully recover. So if you get front end damage, it's just kind of done. It's really fun to drive. Like, this is super fun because it's similar to the Xfinity car, and we all know that's the best NASCAR on the service. But this car's great. It needs a new damage model. It kind of sucks, especially for super speedways, because it ends up with like 5 people not having broken motors, and because you can just never repair all the damage. There's always irreparable damage.
Right. Well, how about this one? Eric W. jumping down 5 more gifted memberships. Page, we got an e-ticket coming up. Gonna be a lot of fun. Talladega, Alabama 500. Signups and trailer will hopefully be out soon because on Tuesday it'll be 1 month till the event. Do we do the same car? Do we do something different? What do you think?
Well, the next gen is my favorite super speedway car. I always say that, but no matter what it has, no matter what car you do, it's always fine now because every car is in a damage model. Just not this car, please.
Well, that's obviously because of the damage model, but the idea was to try to do every new car in NR Night in America. or just every stock car in NR9 America, and it came to
got
our
that-
attention
you got
that we've
that
never
done.
done this car until now.
Yeah, well, it's fun, but just without the damage model, it can never be suitable for NR because you're gonna get hit.
Right. NR9 America is very much an aggressive community when it
Sure,
comes
sure.
down to racing. Agent dropping down the VIP pass saying Swaggy says Gen 6 Dega. We're old Atlanta. All right, well, we're looking at the chat page. You're going to help me out with this.
Okay.
What should we do and why? Well, anything
I
new,
think-
anything like a unique thing, like even like something that we would
Okay,
probably do for a community event. What do you think?
I think, okay, well, my favorite combo to do right now is Coda in the rain with the Toyota GR86. It sounds dumb, but it's really fun.
Coda
If
in the
you wanna
Rain is
do-
going to be this Tuesday, though, with the Cup car,
Oh,
because they did
really?
not patch it, from what I heard.
I don't think you should do that, John. It's on
Light rain.
Okay, all right. If you want to try it,
Oh, we're trying
Sure.
it. We're for sure
All right,
trying
all right,
it.
okay, all
Because
right,
from
you-
what I heard, it's drivable with light rain. It's just really
if
loose.
if it's drivable with light rain, then sure. But if you want to do that, then
Oh, we're for sure
That's
doing it because
great,
it sounds cool.
but,
We've never done it before. Forever, everyone said try new things. I'm gonna continue to use that excuse because it's so funny how it's evolved into now we're literally doing something new all the time. But all right, we just did Bristol in the last stream, so we won't be doing Bristol this time. It was a fun night. Probably Richard almost got his first win. Daytona, it was looking really clean until it didn't turn to
man,
clean.
probably got robbed today.
But Watkins
man.
Glen was
the
a
winner in our heart.
race that went green all the way through. Where do we go and why, guys? Where do we go and why? I've seen Next-Gen Chicago Street. I'd say that's another one we got to say because we want that to be an e-ticket in the future. What to do? What to do?
Are you opposed to super speedways? I think that's what everyone likes. Come on.
I like the Super Speedways, but we just did a Super Speedway.
We just did Gen 6, and we just did Daytona.
I mean, I'm okay with Gen 6, but where? What about a track that we have not done at all? Like, at all? Is there a track out there that would be interesting, a combo?
I doubt there's an oval that we've never done.
Trucks, Richmond for Road to Pro. IRO
No,
5s,
no
IRO
Richmond.
5. Okay, you got me
Oh,
at
okay,
IRO
here, hey,
5s.
the DW12s, those IndyCars, they have barely any dirty air, and they have super strong draft. They're the best.
That is
IndyCar.
true, but I also want to
If you-
headline that one day. But the IRO 5s.
The IRO 5 has no draft. Like at Las Vegas, it has absolutely no draft. It's just.
Is
like,
that
it's
true,
like you're saying
drivers?
it-
We also
I've
got to
done
see
it.
setups. So we're trending IndyCar here. Drivers are trending IndyCar. Let's see what the IRO 5 setups are, and then we'll go off that.
If you do IRO 5, don't do a like a super speedway. Like a intermediate.
Laguna
I
Seca,
promise you it'll be
Kansas,
boring.
Texas, Monza,
Laguna Sega's a good
Phoenix,
idea.
Pocono, Daytona. We're not doing Daytona. Charlotte, we just did Charlotte. Kansas? Why do I like the idea of Kansas with the IRO 5s? Am I just crazy?
I'm telling you, man, the car is not as good as it seems.
It's a DW12, right?
Yeah, the DW12 is the best one in my opinion. It doesn't have
That
that, much
has
dirty air.
Twin Ring, Richmond, Talladega, Pocono, Texas, Phoenix, New Hampshire. We should go back to New Hampshire. Las Vegas, Chicagoland. Okay, you've got my
Chicagoland would be
attention.
fun,
Gateway, you have my attention. Homestead, you definitely have my attention. Iowa, Kansas. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What about dirt?
Kentucky.
There's some people saying dirt. What about dirt?
Where would we go for dirt? Eldora? It'd have to be in the day because the lighting is all skewed.
Did you buy Millbridge?
No.
Come on, man.
No, we're not
The
doing
people
that.
want Millbridge.
The people do not want Millbridge.
The people want Millbridge.
Millbridge is a cool track in person, but that last micro race, you guys clearly did not know
that
how
was
to
the
act
worst
when you
track,
had
man.
go-karts
You
on
put
dirt.
like 70 people on the track.
We did not put 70. Caden Rush is ready for the next race. All right, let's go ahead and vote. Let's go ahead and vote. We're going to continue to have it rolling around. Let's just go pick it up. So, we're going to have 2 Indy cars. We'll throw probably a dirt in there, and then we'll throw a Gen 6. All right, you ready?
Yeah. How about I think DW12 Kansas. I like Kansas. I think.
DW12
Kansas or Chicagoland.
Chicagoland.
Okay. Is there a setup for it?
Yeah, that's what we're doing it. IRO5. I just read out Chicagoland, so I'm pretty sure. I hope it works, right? Because, I mean, sometimes we have subs that aren't too compatible, but we're going in without a test. IRO5's Kansas.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. If we're seeing trucks. Trucks Richmond. Do we do trucks Richmond?
No. Listen, hey, if they want it, that's fine, but I despise Richmond. I can't
We're not doing Talladega. The only way we do Talladega is if I race, and I don't know if I'm going to be racing tonight because I have a lot of things to get to tonight after this race. Like, this is the last race tonight because I have a million things to get. We're streaming Tuesday. I might be racing Tuesday. Who knows? Who knows? I have a lot of things to get to for e-ticket events, in-person events, and a lot of school stuff. Gen 6 Kansas. We just did that recently. Gen 6 Martinsville.
Trucks Martinsville. Trucks Martinsville. Put it on the list. Come on. The people want that. Okay. The people definitely want that.
I like the idea of trucks though, because trucks are just it. So let's put trucks, and I'm gonna pick a random track with trucks. You ready?
A random? You just get to like, you get to cover your eyes and pick one?
I'm just gonna like pick one in my head. Like I have one just, ooh, I got it. I got it. You ready?
Yeah.
Trucks.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't think I got it.
Okay.
I thought I had it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, Trucks Homestead. Why not? It's always worked well with us.
Okay.
Trucks Homestead. And we will throw in one more. We can't. The second I put a super speedway, it's gonna just absolutely outpull everything.
Gen 6 Dega.
We'll go Gen 6. We have a Gen 6 Dega e-ticket coming up. We have a Gen 6 Dega e-ticket coming up. You guys gonna wait till April
Atlanta
19th.
Atlanta.
Gen 6.
We haven't done Atlanta in a long time, like a month. Gen 6 Atlanta.
Gen 6 Atlanta. Let's do it.
All right.
Boom. The second we get to 100 votes, something around there, we'll start voting. Which one do you want to win?
If I can do this, but probably DW12. I really like that car.
We've never done the DW12 in NR Night in America. It would just consistently get to the. We'll consistently get to the idea of us doing new things, right?
Yeah.
I like the idea. It's vote up. I don't know why it's there. It is.
I can't see it.
It is very much up. The vote is up. DW12, IR05 Kansas. You might have to reset it, but it's up. At least it's up for me. Is it up for you all? It's old Atlanta. It will be old Atlanta if that's what you're
old Atlanta.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a snoozer, man. Put
a
us at New
snoozer.
Okay. We want the super speedways.
It's these young drivers that have no sizzle about what real racing's about. I do love New Atlanta. I'm not gonna lie, I do love it, but you just had a super speedway. Is it not up? Okay, so apparently it did not go. It went up for me, but we're gonna try it again. Okay, we're gonna end the poll. We're gonna put it back up because it did not. No, it did pull. It just didn't pull for me.
Gen 6. It's Gen 6 Atlanta. I think they thought it was new Atlanta though. I think you need a replay.
Well, Gen 6 Atlanta. Yeah, it is old Atlanta. We gotta reset it anyway. So vote, because the vote did not come up for me. We're gonna do it again. DW12.
David Bell couldn't see it.
Yeah,
James Thurston could not see the vote. We gotta revote.
So DW12 goes to Chicagoland. IR05s go to Kansas. Gen 6 Old Atlanta. Some people saw that and they're like, oh, automatically they thought it was gonna be a super speedway. And then Trucks Homestead. Boom. That's a pretty good lineup, if you ask me. I think that hits everything that you'd probably want. 2 Indy cars, 2 stock cars, one obviously a stock truck out of it. It'll be Old Atlanta. Let's see what wins. The voting is now up.
Oh, it's Atlanta.
Come on, we gotta go IndyCar. I would love to see IndyCar. I'm gonna endorse either the DW12 or the IR05s. So right now, I am endorsing the DW12. I'm endorsing the DW12 right now at Chicagoland because we haven't been to Chicagoland in so long, and I know it will be an absolutely amazing race. I am endorsing the DW12.
For the viewers, it will be the most entertaining race that you could. Oh, it's winning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got it. It's pulling away. Oh, I don't know. Trucks Homestead. Whoa. Hey now. I mean, I'm not against Trucks Homestead. I love Miami. God. I grew up going there forever. I still go there. David Bell did a great job, River Page. How do you feel?
I feel great. David's a great guy. He always says good job when I win. Oh, you gotta stop the count. It's past 100. Chicagoland's clearly.
I think it's got it. I think we're locked in. I'm not gonna lie. Someone said a repoll. Well, no, I don't think we need a repoll. I let everyone know that was Old Atlanta and it lost like 5% of its votes. I'm just seeing, just in case. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. DW12 Chicagoland River Page, congratulations on winning once again in NR Night in America. Hey, you're on fire right now. I know I haven't posted the Power 5. I have the Power 5 on my phone. You are in it, if you were wondering. So,
Great.
congratulations with that.
Thank you.
And we'll see what is next ahead of the curve.
All right, see ya.
That's River Page, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go green. So this will be the final race of the night. I know only 3 races, but for a good reason. A lot of things I have to work on, including doing these 3-a-week streams. It gets a little tough trying to navigate some things in there. I'm almost done with college. I'm right there. I am stoked. I'm excited. I cannot wait for it to be completely over. And we will be ready to go green. Chicagoland that. Looks good to go on that end. We go 50 laps. We can definitely go 50 laps. We've never done the DW12 in NR Night in America at all. So this is all new. Session in just a moment will be up. We're gonna do Chicagoland in the day. Because today Chicagoland looks amazing, honestly. Session's up, passwords IDK. At the end of this stream, it's all about getting as much stuff done school-wise and person-wise. It's a lot of media things to finish. And my night is definitely not over once the red button has been hit. Let's go green. Just one last race of the night. I think Zachary Troll is going to go 3 in a row. I think Zachary Troll is going to go 3 in a row, my man. I'm telling you, he is on fire right now on the side of the super, or not the super studio, sorry, the IndyCar side. For the ones that are wondering, this is the phone microphone I will be using for the in-person broadcast. So how it's going to look is pretty simple. This is my tripod that I will be using. The phone will attach right to it, and it will be set in the corner. The phone microphone that I will be using will be attached right here. It's going to look like I have chest hair. Co-commentator John Nix will also have that. And we will be calling the Pro Late Model Race live on YouTube, as well as Racing America, Track TV. I believe 2B TV will also have it for free for the ones that are wondering and want to see the live broadcast. But we did test the version I would say actually around 24 hours ago of just streaming on YouTube. We think we got a great basis for it. From what I can tell, there will be little to no delay. You won't be able to see the race, but you'll be able to hear me commentate the race. And I believe I'm going to do a radio style for it. So for the ones listening back at home, have a great idea what's going on. But at the same time, I'm also going to be making sure that the viewers that are at the race and in attendance have the best time. Gonna be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to go green. And why are we doing this? You may go ahead and ask. Simple. We're promoting short track racing. We're supporting and promoting racing in America. And the reason why I believe this is a good idea is because, as most of you know, short track racing is behind a paywall. It is behind a paywall for every form, maybe minus SRX, but from Flow to Racing America, it's great, honestly, to have a subscription base for the short tracks, because part of the money goes to short track racing and helping funding these tracks, from what I've heard. But at the same time, for someone that didn't grow up with a short track near them, it was hard to get into and understand short track racing. As most of you know that probably live in metropolitan areas, you probably only know of 2 big short track events, maybe 3. Winchester, All-American at Nashville, and you definitely know this one, it's the Snowball Derby. And if you know of any short track leagues or series, should we say, you probably just know about the Cars Tour. That's late model stock division. So for me, this is an opportunity to have someone that may not watch a lot of short track racing, if you do not watch it a lot, to at least hear some names and drivers that you most definitely will hear in the next couple of weeks on the NASCAR Truck, Xfinity, and Cup side. So a couple guys right now at Nashville that have had talks of moving up, so you might as well learn their names now. So when they do take the green flag for the first time in the Truck Series, you say, hey, I know that guy. He raced at the National Fairgrounds Speedway. He raced at Winchester. He went to Anderson. It'll be a lot of fun to see how that all rolls out. Well, you can hear it for sure. There's cars on track. They're rolling, they're ripping, and they're ready to say hello to you. New paint schemes, go ahead and learn them. But it's going to be a blast. You're wondering, yes, I did go ahead and cut myself while shaving right before the stream. It's all good. Everything is in a working order. Thomas Grattan, which you do modifies at New Hampshire. Or NW, that's not New Hampshire, that'll be Northwestern, a Northwest track. Might be New Hampshire, you might be saying New Hampshire. I'd love to do it at New Hampshire, honestly. New Hampshire's amazing. Beautiful facility. Well, they've loaded on in and they're ready to go green. So, because of that, we'll head trackside for that 50-lap race at the Chicagoland Speedway. Just in case I miss anyone that has sent a super chat tonight, Thomas Grattan, Agent H, Eric W, Derek Hammer, Thomas Grattan, Squiggly, Sputtermouth, Average Racing Junkie. Thank you all so much for the multiple super chats and the multiple memberships to this great channel. You guys are the reason why this channel is great. North Wilkesboro, oh, North Wilkesboro. Modifies at North Wilkesboro. We'll keep that in mind. I'd like to do North Wilkesboro when they get the refresh, because that would look amazing. We'll keep it in mind for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. But yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Aiden Walker, ripping around the Chicagoland Speedway. He's got company on all ends, ready to go green. Let's go racing. Let's go dial up a driver. Maybe Max Swearengin. Who have we not talked to recently? You know, we haven't talked to Pravi. We keep talking about him. Let's go ahead and hear what he's got to say. Pravi, it's the John. You got a copy. Did I just scare you, Mr. Richard?
Yes, you did.
Kyle, hey, Kyle dropping a hot pass. Thank you so much for that. I have to talk to you on live, man. That's 2 races now where you've come oh so close. It's a hit or miss for you. I mean, 1 second, like, yes, probably he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And then all of a sudden,
Gets wrecked.
gets wrecked. Or caution comes out and he gets wrecked. Like Bristol.
It's like Chase Elliott.
But how do you feel, my man? You've been so close so many times. I mean, you've got to be excited.
I mean, we've been close so many times. It's just a matter of time when we'll get it. I believe we'll get it eventually, but you know, it's just whoever crosses the line first at the end of the day. And I think we have a chance on doing that if I just hit my marks and hopefully nobody makes a mistake, you know?
Yeah,
I'm excited though.
But what about this car? I mean, it's an old Indy car now. You're the driver from the north. That's our tagline for you. What do you think of that nickname? The driver from the north. I love it, personally.
I love it too. That's from the Raptors. It gives me, you know.
And you're from Toronto.
Yeah, so it's like, it gives me the vibe of like, you know, coming back from like the outsider from NR night. So it's like kind of fun to hear that name. Cool to hear that name, honestly. But yeah, I'm
let's
excited.
see where you are, Pravi. Where are you on track? You on track right now?
Yeah, I'm on track right now.
Where are you headed?
I'm heading...
Uh-oh, you don't have a number. Oh, yes, you do. They have you as 34. You got lucky there.
Yeah,
okay.
34.
They got you as a number. The all-black paint scheme. Why about it?
Oh, I changed my team. I just changed it right now.
Should we go ahead and refresh for them? They have you as 21st.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and change the paint schemes quickly. I never do this, by the way. I'm only doing this because I want to see your beautiful paint scheme, Mr. Pravi.
Yeah, it's an old throwback to Sebastian Bourdais.
How about it? Now, you are an IndyCar fan, I'm guessing.
Oh, I was like a small IndyCar fan. Like when I stopped watching when Robert Wickens had that insane accident. He was a Toronto man. He was a Toronto man, and I was Toronto.
I feel that. I'm gonna be honest. Some people have asked why I do this too. It's like you kind of have to root for the home team in a way, right? I mean, like for me, I love rooting for South Florida drivers, and some people get on me for that. I'm like, there's something to get on me about. I just love the drivers that are from where I grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For you, Robert Wickens, I'm guessing was that.
Yeah, he was like a Toronto guy. I was a Toronto guy. I especially love Toronto drivers and Canadian. That's why you should drive the Ron Fellows car. And yeah, it sucks that he's going through what he's going through. Hopefully, it makes a good recovery, and we'll be racing for him.
Well, we went to go reset our trading paints, and now no one's paint scheme is loading in. That is, it's kind of a problem. So give us one moment. I wanted to see Pravi's paint scheme so badly. I may have just absolutely destroyed the paint schemes we could see on the racetrack.
Oh, I apologize for that.
It's okay. I think it should be A-okay. Well, we're going to get ready for a restart. Oh, there we go. We got some of them on there. Pravi, where are you started?
P10.
You think you got it? Is this it? Do the viewers think this is it?
There's a lot of tough competitors, but I feel like there's a chance,
Look at James Thurston right here. 15. He's got to go up. There's no way. With how much speed he carried off exit? No, he didn't. But hey, a lot of competitors. IndyCar Racing, we've had great finishes, but we've had some wild wrecks. I'd be worried.
Yeah, it's like Talladega and Daytona, especially with these cars. I think these cars are very sketchy, so I gotta just dodge bullets. Pretend it's like a shooting. Just go left and right, and hopefully no bullets hit you.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. But anyways, we'll get ready to go ahead and try this racing out. Pravi, good luck out there, and we'll see if we see you in victory lane.
Yeah, thank you, John.
He's going to go ahead and head back into his chat. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 laps of racing, 50 laps of action right here, right now. We were watching James Thurston. We were hanging out with him and hearing what maybe he's got to say. There's only one thing left to hear. It's the one to go. Cody Workman, top of the board. How about it? Never won a race in our night in America. Anthony Burrows to his right wing. We'll get the one to go this time by. So let's go and say those magical words now. You don't spam it down in the chat below, because I know you know it. Ladies and gentlemen, Godspeed drivers. You are go for throttle up. Laps of thunder, the final race of the night. So 37 drivers will take the green flag. We'll be ready to go ahead and work right with them. As we get rolling off, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicagoland. Burrows lined in 2 by 2. We're used to seeing him find victory lane. Will he be able to tonight? That's the real question. Espy, Contreras, Austin G. Johnson, Caden Rush, Gio Turpin, Robbie Richard. Household names ready to let him loose. What a fun Sunday night it has been. Are you ready? Pace car, the hard left on the pit road. Crowd rises to their feet as we light the fuse from the Chicagoland Speedway. Workman and company work to 1 and 2. All trouble. Contreras may have gone swiped in the back end by Thurston. Marty Shimela looking for the lead. Supposed to get it way unscathed. One all the way up in the outside wall, way in the back. Shamela to the bottom. Did he lead that lap? No, he didn't. Cody Workman, 1 of 2. That's lap 1, but now you're just working that second one. 3 wide looking. Burrows, Rush. Caden Rush is in a hurry to the inside lane. Shamela leads, Burrows there in that second position. Caden's so good up there on that outside lane, he's just able to keep it working. No one can stop Marty Shamela. He leads another. Couple drivers falling out due to scattered incidents, but out of the main pack and out of harm's way. Contreras, Austin G. Johnson. How fast are they going, you may ask? Try 227. I just see it right here, that driver, the number 29. So quick, so aggressive. Up to 230 entering one. Burrows under heat. Workman under heat. 3 wide for second. Rush nearly in the wall. Cody to the inside. Back to the outside. Rush in tow. The drive off 2. He's just right in the thick of it. You can see him just working right to that back end. 44 laps to go. Marty Shamela's just on a tear, but under pressure. Workman to the outside. He's got him right here, and Anthony Burrows, I don't think would love to finish second at all. The idea of winning has just come to life. Three wide for the lead. Shamela on the bottom. Look at James Bomar Company. They've also closed in to a nice area. Workman, top side, Shamela. Still working for it. Burrows to squeeze. 3-1 again. Just look at the speed these boys carry. 4 wide looking, Caden Rush. Asked for it. I don't think he's going to get it. Rush on the outside. Up into third, Workman. From first to fourth, after leading a good amount of laps. Maybe 3, we believe, for that driver, the 81. Moriarty to 6. Everybody's watching this front group all race long, but you look around this track, it is nothing but shuffling from Alexander Schumacher to Connor Zola, Chad Hornish back there in 19th. They've all really single filed out, but the racing up front has stayed consistent. 40 to go. Rush on the middle. Shamela on the bottom. Burrows thought of 3 wide again. Makes a smart move. Tucks right back in line. Workman in fourth. Nice 2-4 back. He's definitely not lost this drop. But he's worried about the game of inches these drivers have been playing. 39 to go. 38 laps to go. Moriarty, Austin G. Johnson. Johnson in the mix. We talked about him being in the top 8 most of this race. Well, guess where he is? 9th. He hasn't really left this group of machines whatsoever, but it's the lowest he's been so far. See Tango Wolf, another one that's really been moving through. Lowest is 19. Has now creeped up to the 8th position, looking to find a way around Mason Moriarty. Cody Workman back to 2nd. Burrows back to 3rd. Shamela back and 4th. It's the Rush up front for Kanan Rush. That finds his way to the lead. Now working 36 laps to go. James Bomar, PBR driver, up inside the top 6. He's got a lot of help there from Moriarty on the back end. This top 3 and top 4, they just can't find a way to break away from each other. Burrows top, Rush bottom, contact nearly and looked between both those machines. Now those Hondas and Chevrolets have got to mind their own business here and there. How dare I say that? Mind their own business. They're racing their heart out. And they're having a lot of fun doing it. The game of inches, their idea, we don't touch, it doesn't matter. Burrows, Rush, Workman, Shamela. Cody Workman, the driver out of Illinois, recently moved down to Swiftville, Florida. And for the ones that aren't native to that area, that means Southwest Florida. Move, looking. Burrows and Rush. Workman and Shamela. They still got Benjamin White now moving on in. How about this guy? Raced pretty well. The Barrington Woodworking Florida 500. In a tight position to make something work. Burrows, 17 back. He's back in the slip. He's got to move back to this outside right here. Rush is not going to be able to defend that. Drive off exit should carry to the 62. Rush goes top. Burrows looks bottom. And the chess match continues to the start-finish line. 32 to go. There's White. So far, caution-free, can you believe it? Then we have 2 caution-free races back-to-back. After what happened in Daytona, it's still a welcoming sight for a lot of those hardcore viewers that just want to see great race in action. And don't forget, we did have incidents on the track, but there were scattered incidents that are away from the leaders, and nobody really got turned around. They just went up into the outside wall. Now, IndyCar would call a yellow for one car up in the wall, damaging the suspension. At our night in America, we say if it's not on the track, we do not care. And we just let them race. Four drivers under 7 tenths. Burrows to 3rd. Shamela back to 4th. Black machine in view. Well, Alexander Balder is one of the drivers on the racing surface that got caught up in an incident. There's River Page in the 23. Let's rephrase that. That's River Page in the 5. On the outside, might actually have the sim stamp number as 5, and the TP Pro number is 27. 29 to go. Workman slots back into 2nd. Burrows the switch back to the bottom. Three wide. A lot of shuffling. I think something just happened to Eladon Contreras. He is off and into the grass. This happened just around where the leaders were. The caution is going to wave, and what a flip out of the driver of the 92. Let's watch back again. So the first caution out since Daytona. He went up and into that target machine. That'll be Max Swearengin. Cuts right along with Max. He gets tagged there, and when he's up in the wall, you really don't have any holding motion. Got a battery fired quickly. So the caution will wave with 26 laps to go. But man, these drivers have been through a lot to get to this moment. Let's go dial someone up. And I hope Caden Rush is in the chat. We'd love to go ahead and hear what he's got to say. Who's in here that we have not had a conversation with? Not talked to Demos at all. Demos, this is John.
Howdy.
Howdy. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you? Oh.
That didn't sound good.
Some brake testing on pit road, man.
Well, okay, walk me through tonight.
Daytona was in prime position to get probably a win and get maybe myself a win, but Frank DeAngelis turned me. Had probably one of the sickest saves I've ever had on the service. And, you know, got KO'd by Wilkerson, and you know, I was a victim of his, whatever it was on the last lap. Watkins Glen. That was one hell of a race. That was. It was. I had so much.
And I don't think anyone expected it to be that good, which makes it even more interesting.
I knew it was going to be good. All the drivers said it was going to be bad, or most of the drivers said it was going to be bad.
Do you think some drivers just don't want to try new things?
Yeah, I think it's also the fact they're not good at road courses, to be honest. I used to be the same, you know, but it's a lot of fun when you're racing with the right people, and you know, River and I had an amazing battle. You know, we were rubbing, pushing each other, running each other off the track. It was so much fun. I think as a viewer, everyone enjoyed it. We got to do it more on different tracks. It was amazing.
Well, here we are. We're going to get ready for a restart with 23 laps to go. How's the car here at Chicagoland?
I'm not a fan of it.
Really?
Per usual. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the Indy cars. I kind of wish we were doing the IR05. This is better than the iRating. There's a lot more on throttle time. The pack's definitely bigger. I was starting to fight a tight race car there at the end of that run, but we got the yellow for Contreras going up and over and flipping everywhere, and there's been a lot of flips already. Oh, there's more contact back here. I gotta.
Well, we don't see it. We're going to get the one to go here this time by. 24 laps to go. It's been a fairly fun race to watch. Do we see a Demos win tonight?
Probably not. I'm pretty far back here. We're already past halfway. I forgot to put a tear off on my car. So I was driving like half blind there for most of that run. So
that's scary.
Yep. Well, I'm behind Thomas Grattan now. So you know, good luck to myself. So. Yeah, maybe we'll get a win. I don't think so, but you never know.
You just never know. Cody Workman, your race leader. We restart with 23 to go. Good luck, Mostello.
Thank you.
That's Demos, ladies and gentlemen. Lined up, ready to go back underway. Past the halfway point of this race. One caution in the books. Will there be more? Only time will tell as we're green from Chicagoland. Workman just jumped out of the gate and rolled away. Russian Bomar right behind him, riding on with Anthony Burrows. Most of this pack scattered through. Terrell Owen checked that up to 7th. Into 6th around Austin G. Johnson. And here comes Caden Rush looking back to that outside. Move on, Workman squeezes him downstairs. Workman gets loose, loses 1, 2, maybe 3 spots. He keeps it up the middle. New race leader. It's the Rush with Workman in 2nd. He went back to 4th for about a split second, but entering turn 3, just had it made. Johnson in 6th, Owen in 7th. 3 wide, 1 outside wall. Burrows may have just scraped it. We'll keep an eye on the suspension. I think he just barely got on that outside wall. I don't think it was enough to really just knock the tire down. But with 20 laps to go, you want no problems whatsoever Tough to say when you got 4 drivers running 230, 220 miles per hour, just inches off from each other. But the goal here, nonetheless, will be victory lane. Into the teens, 19 to go. Here's Frank DeAngelis. He's up to 9th. He's been moving fairly quick. I don't know if he's going to have a shot up there to go out and hang tough with Burrows. Burrows and Bomar. Workman on top. It's the rush on the bottom. Shimeila's getting squeezed big time by Moriarty. And here comes Owen on the outside lane. Terrell Owen. Somehow a tongue twister for myself, but rips top and just brings the aggression to the drivers in front. Tango's been at NR Night for quite some time now. He hasn't raced as often as he used to back in 21. But he's here and giving it his all in that 7th place spot. James Bomar on the flat and to the lead. Rush to the outside. Burrows on the bottom, strikes the bow of both, and locks in that 2nd place spot. I'm telling you, keep an eye here on DeAngelis. He's going to be one tough driver to deal with. 17 laps to go. Down to 16. Burrows top. Bomar bottom. Rush there in 3rd. Come up blocking again. Up near the lap machine, Burrows. Back to the middle. The Rush has lost the last. Oh, one outside wall. Black car right in front of the leaders. Gets out of harm's way. We didn't get a name. We stay green. But the top 2 are wheel to wheel. Coming to 14 to go. And Moriarty's just hoping to get that draft. See Ben White. Lined in. Bomar on the bottom. Burrows on the outside, the battle of the bees. Has Rush and Workman waiting in the way. He's lining up shotgun right here. He knows he can get that 2-for-1 special if he knows how to play with the air. The back end of the 62. The 2-for-1 is in play. 3 wide, top side of turn 1. One on the apron. Austin G. Johnson was involved in an incident running up front. Caution will wave. Oh, he got tagged there by Terrell Owen. Wow. Watch it again. It's got tapped towards the back end and on the inside wall. Well, this will stack the field up once again. Now the question is, do you pit or do you stay out? Only time will tell. Burrows, Bomar, Workman, Rush, White, Moriarty, DeAngelis, Mosteller, Shimeila, Owen, Cornish, Kamal. I think someone decided to stay on the racetrack. And that would be Cody Workman. Oh, that was not the right move. I don't think it was by both of them. Cornish, maybe. He's been mired in traffic. He's got to make something work. But you have way too many drivers that elected to come to pit road. They're going to be absolutely swallowed up on a restart. I don't know. I think you got to think about tires here in this fall off. Fall off is way too high for you to just stay out there, including when you know you're a top contender. Same with Terrell Owen. Top contender in the top 10. I don't see it. I get probably Richard. I get Chad Hornish. I get David Joyner. You got to make something work. I don't know, man. This is going to be tough. I don't think that was the right call. We're going to see what the chat thinks on that. little split. It's an interesting play call. I'll definitely give it that. It's an interesting call for some of these drivers electing to stay out. And you're only going to have 9 laps to go. But you got to think about it like this. What if we get a caution and then all of a sudden Burrows leapfrogs Joyner, Richard, and Hornish? That means we get another restart with the driver on fresh tires right behind the 2 guys that were in the top 10. I mean, we've been lucky to only have 2 cautions in this race, but look at the trends. Daytona, even that had long green flag runs after big wrecks. Watkins, Glen, caution free, a second caution here tonight after a single car incident. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like the call. Only time will tell. I've been proven wrong in times past, but there's other times where I've been absolutely spot on. We'll have 9 laps to get it done, and, well, they believe in themselves. They say 9 laps, that's going to be nothing for me. Let's get ready to go green flag racing. Workman and Owen. Nose to tail. Oh, we will not get the one to go this time by. And he didn't hit the light off. That's 1 less lap to make something work. Okay, now maybe it just played into their well. Let's try it again. The one to go. For a moment, that was the one to go. So now what do you do? I guarantee Horns and Richard are like, yes! That's what we needed. This top 3's got to line up near the outside wall. I don't know why they haven't already done so. We're going to see how this all works out once again. All right, strategy. 1 last lap, 1 less lap. The driver's behind to make something work. Try it again, crowd on their feet. Watch the launch here by Cody Workman. Lined up with Owen. They're going to have 8 laps to settle the score. Pat Green from Chicagoland. Watching on the back end of Tango. It's not closing in at all there to Cody Workman. Burrows, Bomar to the outside. Rush on the bottom. Now they're already in full swing. Can they navigate through the traffic? To the inside of Richard. Owen for the lead. Hornish to the outside. Chad Hornish. The family member of Sam Hornish fighting for the lead in Enronite. What about Burrows? They're arriving on the scene. 7 coming to 6. Laps to go. 3-car breakaway, but are on older tires. Rush to the outside of Burrows. And they think right now that they're in the provisional battle for the lead. If they can just get around that top 3. But with 6 laps to go, that's not a lot of time. And they still have to make up a second. Workman leads. Owen on the outside. Hornish in tow. That's what's in front of them. This is what's behind them. Oh, man, it's a perfect strategy. Workman and Owen down to the inside. Hornish looks top, sweeps back to the bottom. 4 to go. Ah, man, he's just resilient right now, but so is Tango. What a move on the outside for Toel Owen. Towards the back end of Workman again. Tango Wolf has never won a race in NR Night in America. Has been racing since 2021. 4 to go. Don't look now, it's down to 3 to go, and here they come. Less than 8/10 back. Will the time run out? Hornish looking for a move. I think Tango's wanted to separate this one. He wants it to come down between him and Workman. 2 to go. Wrecking towards the rear. Spin to the inside and into the outside wall. Caution will wave this at the race. Schumacher, Mosteller. I think we have overtime enabled because we didn't consider doing IndyCar. We know IndyCar does not do overtime, but we're going to go into overtime, it looks like. And that's going to give Rush, Bomar. Oh, man, and I believe Burrows got caught up in it as well. There he is. This race is not official. We have had overtime enabled. We did not change the rules from the overtime feature. We will have 2 more laps to settle a winner. Okay. For Workman, you're probably thinking, are you kidding me? This was our race. I won. This is over. Why is it like this? Things are interesting, and I believe Alexander Schumacher wrecked on purpose to Daniel Mosteller. That's what we heard. That's exactly what we heard down the backstretch. That's all on Moriarty. He just came down. And then Schumi V-lined right for Mosteller down to the grass. Watch again. Was there even contact? Mosteller in the 87, Schumacher in the 36. He came down on him. He came down on him and then blames clearly the 87 for the incident by running him down to the inside. That's all on Schumacher. Watch again. Watch the lines. He came down. AC Demos was expecting him to come back down the track at least a little. But didn't expect a full-on wreck. Alexander Schumacher very much at fault for that incident. Well, results in an overtime finish. The 1 to go, this time by, will be 2 laps to go in the race. This will be it. Alexander Schumacher has been L5 from the race. and Owen, Hornish and Rush. Fresh tires, old tires. This is it. Two to go. Owen to the back end. Looks for multiple moves, doesn't find it. Hornish, wide, Rush to the bottom. Sabalenka, one to go from Chicagoland. Bomar and Rush have arrived on the scene. Workman at the bottom. Tango to block. Rush, contact. Here comes James Bomar, final time, 3 and 4. Workman on the bottom. Bomar the move to the outside. Drag race, start finish line. Who's the winner? They're giving it to Cody Workman, victorious here in Chicagoland. Wow, we're gonna review it. We're gonna review it. It looked close. I mean, it looked really close. But there was something about that other machine of Tango Wolf. He was blocking big time. He was trying to make sure no one got around. Cody Workman victorious from Chicagoland. Watch back on the finish. This is big right here. Tango throws his race away. I think he did that on purpose. I think he went up there because him and Workman are allies. I mean, they've been friends since, what, like the NASCAR Heat days? He sees Rush having a move right here. He's going to go up the track and takes all that momentum just away from the 5. Rush comes down into Bomar. And then it was on. Workman up. Oh, you see him. He turned up into Bomar. Watch it again. Oh yeah, he comes up. He comes up once. Bomar comes down, levels out. No, that was on him. Bomar came down the track and into Cody Workman. Workman up and into the wall. And somehow, just narrowly, beats the 09. A 12 into the line. Wow. Well, tonight was full of fireworks, was full of excitement, full of great racing. How about it? Ladies and gentlemen, this will conclude NR Night in America for the night. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. Man, it has been an absolute blast. How about that? Cody Workman, first ever win an NR Night in America. You had River Page and a caution-free Watkins Glen race. The first time we raced the Legacy NASCAR Xfinity cars ever in NR Night. Had a great finish there at Daytona. A wild finish at Daytona, should we say. Great finish, Watkins Glen, and a photo finish here. With it being the last race of the night, I say thank you. And I hope to see you all real soon. Tuesday night, if it still works, racing in the rain in NR Night in America. With the NASCAR Cup Series cars, we're looking at Coda and Daytona Road. That'll be Tuesday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. I must go, but I will be back very soon. Time to go ahead and work on all those great events coming on up. I'm John Ramos, the voice of NR. This has been NR Night in America. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.